Welcome to the Low Origin podcast, everybody.
Yes, sir. Right.
Who would have thought I would ever be on a Low Origin podcast?
The front of your car says otherwise.
Exactly. Dead right. Dead right.
That's how we're starting the podcast. We're back. I don't know what number podcast this is, Rubes, but
Probably
we're just
like 4 or 5 for you, isn't it?
for me it would be.
Yeah.
For the other boys, 4,000.
Yeah.
But
a few.
we are joined today by my good friend Reuben from Dclubgp, who has just moved to us. How long have you been in Australia for now? You just moved here?
Yeah, probably like coming up 2 months now.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, 2 months, yeah.
True.
Yeah. We came here like May 6th, I think we arrived.
Okay.
So what's the date today? Like, I don't know.
27?
No, it's coming up 3 months then, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Is
So,
it? Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, time flies, mate, when you're having fun.
You've moved to the state of fun, especially for drifting, that's for sure.
It seems that way. Like, jumping on like the QR website,
Yeah.
and they literally put up all of their
The calendar?
events. Yeah, the calendar. And I'm like,
yeah.
this is freaking wild,
That's
bro.
just QR.
And that's just QR. And then there's skid control, and
Yep.
then there's like, all of these other crowds.
There
And
you
like,
go.
I sent this back to the boys back home. I was like, look at this.
Yeah.
Like, we hang out for dates from Mike for Drift Force.
Yep.
We're like, and I got a pretty good relationship with Mike and Tony. And like, I'll just message Tony and be like, hey, like, what are the dates coming up? And she'll send them through. So
Yep.
we can all kind of prep and stuff like that. But, that's 1 month. That's one event a month if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But here it's like you've got the choice. You can drive every week
For
pretty
sure.
much if you wanted to, which is absolutely
like we
wild.
have, like just from QR running it themselves. It's Friday night drifts
Yeah.
every 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Then you got Wednesday Arvos
Yep.
every week.
Yep.
Then you got morning sessions.
It's just wild.
And that's just ran by the track.
Yeah,
and then you've got
yeah.
all these other guys that have all these private days. Like you're right, skid control and whoever you can book our skid pan. You can book
Yeah.
the main track too, as
Yep.
long as it doesn't fall on any particular day.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just by them. And you can do short track.
Yeah, but it blew my mind, and like it also blows my mind that it's owned by the same dude,
Exactly.
and the glaring difference between how Hampton Downs and Taupo Motorsport Park are run,
Yeah.
compared to how they run things at QR.
Yeah.
It's so different. It's like it's a completely different ownership.
Well, I think that too, because like I've been to NZ so many times now and seen both tracks to why it is different like that. I think because if you go to QR, Quinny's generally there if he doesn't have something on.
Yeah.
Because he always asks you, because he knows that I pop over to the other tracks, he always asks you the same question.
Yeah.
How's me toilets?
Yeah, okay.
And you're like, brother, just relax. The facility's awesome.
It's not how's my grass?
Nah.
True.
Nah.
Interesting.
That's what makes him money, mate.
Yeah, it just blew my mind. I went out when I've been coming back and forth a little bit for work and stuff like that prior to moving here.
Yeah.
And I went out to a Friday night drifts with Paulie, but I think it might have been on a Thursday night.
Yep.
Anyway, we just rolled through the gates, paid the lady some money to go in and like watch, and then you just I think Maddie was driving and maybe a couple of the other revived guys were driving.
Yeah.
And like it's like I rolled in there, I was like, man, it's like the fucking Wild West out here, man. Like
Pretty chill.
it was so chill.
Yeah.
You're self screwed in your car.
Yep.
There's this one little old lady leading you on the track and off the track.
Yeah.
There's no flaggies.
Nah.
There's
lights, but that's no different to Hampton Downs.
But
Yeah.
oh my god, I was like, this is like heaven. This is like New Zealand 10 years ago.
Okay.
This is what we kind of had at Taupo Club Circuit, and
Because I want to touch on this with a few things on the pod. But yes, we have Reuben on from Dclubgp. All-round good bloke. We haven't been mates for that long, but we've clicked pretty well straight away.
Yeah, of course.
Done some research from Ash, Keske, Joe, about some funny stories that you've done in the past, and I'm just going to spring on you while we're talking. But introduce yourself to the people who are listening.
Okay.
And how long have you been drifting for?
Sure. Okay. So Reuben Clive-Smith is my name.
Yes, sir.
I have been into drift cars since probably I mean, this is quite a long, convoluted story.
It is.
How deep are we going?
Matty Hearn's still trying to tell us how he got into drifting.
Yeah, okay. So I think I was. I'll start at the very, very beginning of what got me interested in drift cars.
You can touch on that next because that's a question.
Okay, sweet.
Yep,
okay, so
yep.
I'd say I've been drifting probably 24 years.
Wow.
Yeah, a long time.
You've seen some shit.
I think I did my first. I did my first track day, track day at Taupo in 2002 or 2003.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I had no interest in cars then. I was all about bodyboarding and I was skinny.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. No,
Cool.
I was still fat then. So a long time. I mean, I've never competed. I'm not interested in competition drifting. I mean, I was around D1NZ when it sort of kicked off.
For sure.
All that kind of stuff. But I couldn't really afford it, when I was a young guy. I didn't want to spend the kind of money that these guys were spending. But yeah, I've been drifting a little while.
That's a long time.
For some reason, I'm still doing it.
I've been drifting for 10.
Yeah, okay.
Just on 10.
Yeah,
so I've been doing a half of that.
Yeah.
And that feels like a long time.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's a long time, dude.
That's cool, but you've seen, because I've always watched New Zealand drifting stuff before I even become friends with you and the Jenkins boys and Cascade and all them guys so a long time ago. Where D1NZ, obviously Mad Mike is a fantastic representation of the sport. Even old jail days, when the people used to go and thrash the jail.
Oh, the prison down the Central Plateau.
That stuff.
Yep.
There was old
That's
school.
That's weirdly still around.
I've seen Johnny Burns and the boys been there doing some ghetto concreting there.
They demoed all the buildings there, and I think it's just a concrete pad.
Yeah.
The concrete's left, the pathways and stuff.
What else? Because you guys could sometimes do toge. So I remember there was a video of a silver FD RX-7, and everyone's sitting in the back of a Hilux or something, filming, and it's it's right up, it's filming POV sick. Even guys in the front of it, I think.
The guy's name, Diff. Is that Diffwish Drift?
Yeah.
My buddy was his. Pit crew guy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Damn, what was his name? You'll have to put that down the bottom because everyone remembers that video. That was a sick video.
Yep. The guy. Same with you guys used to do D1NZ would sometimes do rounds inside. They did it inside a building, or there's old shit the guy that used to have the 13B. I think it was a black Dado wagon that used to rip there.
Oh yeah, the Datsun 1200.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
Wild. Yeah.
A lot of old school stuff, but it's cool that you've been in the scene that long, right? In New Zealand and been around to see where it started for yourself and to where it is now, and now you're in Australia.
Yep.
To be fair, I've talked about this recently that I think drifting in Australia couldn't be more accessible for the fact of there's so many events. Parts are fantastic to get for. I'm just speaking for myself with S chassis, but you can go drifting all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. There's so many tracks.
It's amazing. It's amazing. What kind of? I don't want to sound like a dickhead, but
That's my job.
Do you think the lack of having a national series, obviously, I remember the Drift Australia days and all that kind of stuff, watching Christian Pickering and Fink and the Holfords car and
ADGP.
Drift Squid was a teenager and all that kind of stuff. That was a cool series. I mean, we watched that in New Zealand. We're like, oh, that's so sick, but they seemingly couldn't keep it running. Do you think that where do you see the driver level with the amount of driving that is available here?
Yeah.
Compared to what's available in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a bit of a difference there with skill level and all that kind of stuff?
I think so, with the fact of the competition driving over there is. This is I'm just speaking from my mind here from what I've seen. I walked into Bay Park. I've never been to D1NZ ever. And the first two people to roll out for their practice run was Cody and Case Pullenbury. Flick in and mirror on their first practice lap. That was fucking sick. I would say the comp level over there because you guys have that and you've had it for so long.
Yeah.
That's why it is so high.
Yeah. Do you think that having that though, like everyone, the grassroots guys, because there's also that glaring comparison between like here, especially Queensland, it seems it's like the street style car is really, it's a lot more prominent. But you go to Drift Force, or any New Zealand drift event, and it's a whole bunch of dudes who have like learning to drift, but they're effectively in a pro car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is that like I wonder whether like them seeing that and them immersing themselves in those kind of vehicles straight away, if that's better for skill or worse. I think we all kind of like, I think guys like us, we kind of know it's like if you know, and I think this is something that's been doing the rounds on the internet recently. There's a guy saying if you can't drive a 100 horsepower car, if you can't drift a 100 horsepower car, you've got no, you know, you should not be in a 500 horsepower car,
yeah.
You know?
We're lucky in where we are here in Queensland, that grassroots and the style factor of drifting really gets held down from where we live. It always has. To be fair, yeah, sure, it's not as big as it used to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Just it does never seem like Queensland's ever been keen on comps. Then we get like, if we have a local comp like 00, so Steve's event, Chop and Lucy's or Blackheart's events, they used to do real well because it was street style and you had to be registered. And them kind of events did good, but yeah, I don't know.
And see, that's something that we don't have in New Zealand.
Yeah, that's true.
It's either you do D1 or you don't really do comps. Like
That's true.
Whenever we've run events,
Yeah.
you know, we started doing some events like earlier this year before I moved over, and like just little half days at Hampton Downs because it's relatively cheap. We'd always run a mini comp, you know, and like people like it.
Yeah.
You know? But I just wonder if that's what, you know, I feel like New Zealand driving is like it's pretty good, and it seems like there's a lot of guys who like kind of really pushing it out, you know, whether it's comp style or like you know, aggressive Japan style or whatever. There's still like
I fully agree.
Yeah, there's still a bunch of dudes there who can drive pretty good. Not saying that people in Australia are bad at driving.
For sure. Especially like with you saying with the aggressive driving style. I feel like that's growing here more now. Yeah. But in New Zealand, great representations of that is like you boys, like you and Joe, Cass, of course Joel and Adam, C's Garage boys, like they flick it in and everyone aspires to drive like that. Yeah. So
everyone aspires to drive like them.
Well, that's true.
You know, they're
guilty.
And everyone you know, and they aspire. I mean, that was the big reason why we bought Naoki out, because they, you know, Joel and Adam had witnessed that firsthand.
For sure.
Watching him at Mayhem, they're like, man, we should bring him out and like do this event. And like that event changed a lot of stuff for a lot of people. Yeah. You know, and like
Cascade talked about this with Palmer on his podcast, and it was really interesting because that was probably the time where I was like building the 13 at the start. You guys used to do the drag strip and at Merry as well, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, and we had our, like Short Track was our version of that.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Because like even though you guys are only 3.5 hours away on a plane, being such a smaller population place, I feel like I can really appreciate how small stuff is and how expensive stuff is in New Zealand, but the engineering that you guys put into cars and suspension setups and that is a lot more than what we do.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think you might be right. Yeah, possibly. I mean, I haven't had any real like in-depth look at guys' cars here yet, really.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's still like that in New Zealand as well. There's still guys who'll just chuck some BC Golds straight off the shelf in their car, and then wonder why they can't load the car up and flick it in and do all the cool stuff that, you know, Joel and Adam do.
For sure.
You know, they're like, oh, it's not working. I was like, well, you need to put the proper shocks in.
Yeah.
Like, you need to, like, these cars, they run
20 kilo rear springs ain't going to launch you off one side or the other.
Yeah, this is it. You know, it's just all these little nuancy bits, right?
Yep.
But look, I think like there's a definite shift. I think, and it's you know, as you know, you see it with like even Final Bout, you know, where that was a real fashion drifting thing for a long time. Long time, and then now it's, you know, I was there last year, and you know, I went with Joel and Adam and that and Kess. And Cam, obviously.
Cam was there.
And, like, guys are driving hard, dude.
Yeah.
Like, they're really trying to do the thing.
I agree
you know?
with what you're saying. I've watched since number 2.
Yep.
My dream is to go to final bout. Been
yeah.
invited to the last
sick,
2,
dude.
and I've always had something on where I've had like.
Oh yeah.
The last one was I was going drifting with 20 of the boys, and it was with Suchiya.
Yeah, true.
It's pretty hard to turn down.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, next year being 10, I'm not missing it. I couldn't care if I didn't drive all year. I'm going to go to final.
Yeah, dude. No, look, it was a really cool experience. It blew my mind, and I think for the most part, like, it blew a lot of people's minds. The sheer amount of spectators that actually showed up at this thing as well. I think it was one of the biggest crowds they'd ever had.
Yep.
And like, it was cool being out in the middle of the track, because obviously we had like pit access and all that kind of stuff because we were part of the team and whatever.
Yep.
And like, we basically had the tags to go wherever we wanted.
Yep.
And like, just stand in the middle, you know, at the judges' tower, with those guys, and then watching all the cars coming around. Like, man, this is so sick. And you're just looking out in the distance, and there's just like easy ups and little tents, and just people are just parked up all weekend.
Yeah,
it was so sick.
It would have been sick. We talked about this that weekend. The boys were driving over there when you were all there. It was the same weekend we were in Sydney driving with Suchiya.
Oh, true. Yeah.
And I said when we arrived in Sydney, it was like the cruise night.
Yeah.
And I said,
what event was that?
Just a Luddenham.
Oh, true.
Crazy one-off event thing.
Interesting.
But I called it. I said, I bet you fucking my whole paycheck that the boys win.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then we were like on the piss. Oh, I was on the piss. I wrote my car off, so I was writing myself off. And then I was like, see, I fucking told you that they would win.
Oh, I remember the event. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So
no, it's really cool. It was a really cool thing to be a part of, and like
for sure.
And be
I could
there.
imagine even like being at D1NZ, watching Benny get up there, and then kind of have the huge crash. That excitement, not excitement that he crashed, but like the vibe in the crowd was insane.
Oh, look, Bay Park is that's a wild event.
It's cool.
It's a wild event.
Yeah.
I've only been a couple of times, but like every time it's just you're right there.
Yeah.
It's like being in in the ancient Roman Empire, and you're at the Colosseum watching someone get eaten by a lion.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so cool.
I meant right for the vibe that. So you would have been there. It was obviously between the boys and Front Street. Yes. They spin.
Yeah.
The feeling that the boys would have just had to fucking do one run and hold it together, and they got it covered.
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been so sick.
Oh, it was nuts. Yeah. It was everyone had a there was a lot of emotion and a lot of.
It would have been
there's
cool.
Probably a fair bit of jubilation as well in the thing, because I think for some reason people just want Front Street to come second all the time.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
They'll have their year. They're really good dudes and drivers.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, look, I've been internet friends with Josh and Tom for like a fair while.
Yeah.
And Jeff as well.
And Jimmy.
Jimbo. Yeah, I spoke to him once, and he's
still
like,
counts. Your friends, internet friends. Sure. They've been through the same shit we have, blowing up motors and drifting.
Yeah, for sure. But no, it was final bout was sick. I'm very glad that I went.
Man,
yeah.
That's cool. I'm very jealous. Like I said, I would have been there, but and it would have been sick because C's were there, Cass was there.
Yeah.
But
for
cool.
Sure.
What was I want to know? Everyone has this moment. What was the moment? That was it an experience or something you've seen on TV that you were like, God damn, I want to do this, which is drifting. There's a defining moment here where you're like, yo, I'm going to do that.
No, for sure. Look, I think, just harking back to what I was saying earlier about how I got interested in drifting, I've been into cars since I was about 11 years old.
Yeah.
So I was buying Fast Fours and Rotaries magazine when I was like 11, 12 and like looking at like the cars that were like that I loved. Like, I always loved Rotaries. Like, I was always into Rotors, and my sister and brother-in-law were into them, and
you're from New Zealand. It's kind of illegal if you don't.
Yeah, for sure. It's like if you haven't had a Mazda with 13-inch modgies and a 12A Bridgie, then you're not a car guy. But
yes, sir.
So I was always into cars, and then obviously like buying magazines and stuff. I had this gigantic magazine collection. It was huge. Anyway, rolling forward a bit, so I was into cars. I would have been about 16, I think, and my uncle had a friend, and this friend had a GTS 4 R32 Skyline.
Sick.
And it was auto, so I was like, oh, this isn't cool.
And all-wheel drive.
Yeah, but it was all-wheel drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he had like the full HKS catalog in it.
Oh, sick.
So like, I think it had like a GT 2835 turbo kit and like cams and FCON and all this stuff. And I didn't really know about that kind of side of like Japanese tuning then.
Right.
And I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. He took me for a blat, and I was like, this is friggin' wild when you're like 15, 16 years old and you're friggin' hauling ass.
Yeah.
But he had some option magazines, and he's like, oh, you can borrow these. So I was scouring these magazines because he knew I was into magazines, right? I had all the Fast Forward and Street Machine and Hot Fours and all that kind of carry on. And he left me with these it was option 2. So option 2 is a bit more modified rather than the normal option.
Yep.
And in that was some, I think it was either Osaka Auto Mess or maybe Auto Salon, Tokyo Auto Salon. It had some show coverage. And in there was a picture of a black AE86 Truno hatchback, blacked out. Some people might remember the car. Blacked out, black gloss wheels with a little red kanji logo in the dish.
Keske would be watching right now going,
I'm
the fucking car.
It might have been like the Team Neo Force or someone like that. And I remember looking at that car going, that is the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, the stretched as tyres. They had like probably, they were like 14 by 10s or something. Probably like good line aero and all the cool stuff. And I was just like, that's the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Yep.
And I was like, what is this stuff? You know, like, and then I was just searching through the magazine and then finding more cars that kind of look similar. And I was like, oh yeah, like Sylvias and RX-7s and stuff like that. And so from that, it was just like let's find out more about this stuff.
Okay.
And I think by that time, there was a bit more stuff coming out in like Hot Fours magazine about the Japanese drift scene. And then I think the moment for me more than anything was, it would have been, I think it's the 2001 Auto Salon. And there was coverage in Hot Fours magazine and Haraguchi's
Yo,
FC.
yeah.
This is when his FC had its first BN, like BN wide body, Garsons.
Hell yeah.
And I remember seeing this, I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
That was it. And then just straight away from there, I was like, I've got to do whatever I can to get a like FCRX7 to try and build that car, which was never going to happen at 16, 17, 18 years old, right?
Yep.
So, that was probably a big moment, like just seeing those two cars. Those two cars. And then obviously, like, by that time, the Australian stuff had sort of, the coverage had picked up more because we didn't have that kind of stuff in New Zealand.
Yep.
We didn't have guys like Ben Ellis and Martin Donnan going to Japan with Japanese motorsport, like Denzo Vahumis and his brother and all those guys. And then they started showing up a bit more of that Japanese style of drifting. And then who did there was a video series that came out, and I'd order all the videos, I'd order all the DVDs that Hot Fours, or by that time I think we might have had HPI, like High Performance Imports magazine.
Yep.
I'd buy every single video, every single DVD, like I'm talking VHS.
Yeah.
And I'd watch all this stuff and I'd be like, yeah, that's so sick. And then the internet comes along, and you're downloading stuff. And I remember like downloading this video, and people will know this video, I'm sure. People, sort of our age group. I mean, I'm quite a bit older than you, but I'd imagine a lot of guys would as well. And it's a video, it's an Ikaten video of Ueo.
Okay.
I think it's at Bihoku.
Sick.
And it's got some in-car footage following his feet.
Oh.
Do you know the one?
I think I do.
It's like he had like SSRs on it. It was white with grey bumpers.
I think so.
And it's this rowdy. This is before he put that car in D1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I'm pretty sure I do. We talked about this maybe last year, not me and you, but me and a mate of mine. We were just talking about old stuff.
Yeah, it flashes up like 2001 Ikaten champion, and then it's like UA, and it's like like on the clutch, it's like at Bihoku, like doing his thing, and it's so sick. And I think I downloaded that video, and there's a video of Kaguchi, like Yoshinori Kaguchi, at Nikko.
Yep.
With the black, when his 180 was black with the white like lettering, and, the big Omega on the side, and VSKFs.
Yep.
And those two videos were the first two Japanese, like proper Japanese drift videos, like I probably saw.
True.
that made me just love drifting even more.
Gotcha.
You know, and just these few little cars, which is probably the same for a lot of guys like my age.
Yeah.
It's like there would have been these various moments where stuff came through, you know, stuff getting ripped off Option DVD and Drifting Goku DVDs and getting put up on the internet and taking, you know, 4 hours to download a 5-minute clip, you know, on dial-up and all that kind of carry on. So like, you know, we did it tough back then. Getting into
imagine.
This, dude. Like,
I wouldn't have a clue.
Hard work, bro.
Because that's a thing, right? Everyone that I've spoke to so far, even personally myself, we have a video or something like that captures your eye to go, what the fuck's this?
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
Mine was like Tandem Madai, Hit and Run, Sharking Lot with Animal Style Boys, and I was like, that was the glory days of like, everything is slammed with the best possible fitment.
Yep.
That I was like, holy shit, I need to do this, and I've stayed true to my styling from them videos to where I am now.
Maybe that's where the big difference is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is why I do this.
Yeah.
You know, like I do cars that are real more, they're more driving focused. Like we just want to make the car be as like the best it can possibly be, and sacrifice the way they look, because this cars I was looking at, you know, Ueo's car was not a show car.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and like, you know, and then, you know, guys like, you know, Denzo, like, Danny Verhumis was like a massive inspiration. I mean, him and Christian Pickering were like
Christian,
big inspirations.
for sure,
like,
yeah.
The reason this car's matte black is like because there was a Hot Fours or a Fast Fours when Christian was working at JMS and he had his 180. It was Type X Aero.
Yep.
It was matte black with like grey, like greyish and orange outlined stickers on the side.
Okay.
And R34 GDR wheels, and it was like railed. It
Mad.
was sick. And like I'm like. I talk to Christian now, like we have chats on. Yeah, he's such a good dude, and I'm like, you know, it's just so weird. Like I ordered an Origin boot lip for this thing, and he like rings me, and he's like, "Oh, why didn't you ring me first?" And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't really." Like, I'm not about like trying to like get deals out of people.
Yeah.
He's like, and I just like good for a chat and like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Christian's a good dude. Even like every time I've like done an event or if I'm hosting something that I'm going to be at, he always reaches out. We're like, hey man, do you need it? Do you want me to jump on as a sponsor?
Yeah.
Do you want to do some awards?
So
and
cool.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
which is sick because like he is OG as fuck in the Australian drifting scene.
Yeah, big time. Oh, big time. Absolutely.
And he's always had rad cars.
Yeah, his cars always like
always SR.
They're almost perfect.
Yeah.
You know, like as far as like they're so the perfect rendition of a Japanese S chassis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Christian's the man.
Yeah,
good dude.
Yeah.
He probably watched this. I don't ever know. You don't really hear from him till randomly.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think there's probably a lot of guys who probably watch this and just, you know, don't tell you about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Not. There's a lot of guys.
Well, that's
that
a
like,
bad thing.
You know, it's not. They're not going to like. You know, there's a lot of dudes who'll just be like, oh, they'll listen to it and be like, hey, that's cool. Like, but they're not going to like reach out and go, oh man, that was such a fucking sick podcast. Because you know, there's still a lot of tall poppies out there.
For sure.
You know what I mean? They don't like bigging.
You're living in the country, the home of the tall poppy syndrome.
Oh nah, dude, you've got to live in New Zealand for that kind of carry on. I reckon.
I've been lucky, right? We've gone to NZ like back and forth. Like, I guess it's different because I'm usually there as like a guest that I'm driving an event or something like that, which is cool. But so everyone talks to you differently. I haven't seen that side of NZ. I love going to NZ.
Yeah.
It's like being here, but not.
Yeah.
Then I get to see Benny, Troy, Cascade, the Wholesome World boys, fucking the Go-Go boys. It's like a sick catch-up every time. Where
for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure like we have it here. There's like, you know, there's people who you stay away from, and then like all motorsport or even sports the same.
Oh, of course, yeah, it's absolutely the way. It is. I think it's one of those things. It's just is what it is.
Yeah,
you know, you don't have to like. There's no rule ever written down that says you've got to be friends with absolutely everybody.
For sure,
you know.
Yeah, so. You got to be careful when we're going on road trips here in Australia. I've just got to remind you. I've heard you're a bit notorious for pulling over on the side of the road and ripping a shit on the way to Taupo. So I'm just warning you. If you do that in the bush here, something may bite you. And you can thank Ash for giving me that little insight.
Yeah. Oh, man, it's such a sore tummy, eh? Oh, such a sore tummy. I never wiped my ass with a leaf before, dude. That was the worst, man. That was the worst.
That's in my notes.
Yeah.
Ash gave out some good stories, and he only really wrote that one and a couple of others that I'll drop in there as we go along. But he didn't say anything really bad. mentioned a time of when he crashed his car. He went for a little cry in the toilets, and it was you and Tyron, or however you say his name, fixed his car for him.
Who was it?
I think it started with T. I can't even...
Oh, Taryn.
Taryn.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, but he said otherwise you can't get mad at Rubes. He's just an all-round good guy.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah.
So,
oh,
he did give me some other ones that I'll drop in there as this episode goes on.
Yeah, look, I mean...
Cascade as well, fucking heaps.
Oh, does he? Oh, goodness me.
So you be careful taking shits on the side of the road.
Yeah,
to these drift
I will
events.
be. Yeah, got to watch out for the spiders and the snakes, right?
So that's a brief one of how you got what caught your eye to have a go. So what was your first drift car then?
So I was, when I first was sort of into drifting,
Yep.
And I saw that Option 2 magazine, and I saw that Corolla, I saw that Truno. I'd had my first car when I was 13, right?
Okay.
So I had like a K35 Corolla.
Mad.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
which was my sister's.
Okay.
And I bought off her, and then like I fixed I tried to fix the rust, and I painted it, like my dad helped me out and all this kind of stuff. Learned to like work on cars. Pulled the head off and like cleaned everything up, all that kind of stuff, did that stuff. And then I started getting into rotaries, so I had like I had like a 808, like I've had 808 wagons, 808 four doors, like RX3.
Yeah.
Oh, like rotaries and stuff. But so at that point, I'd probably would have been 16 or 17, and I had sold some cars, and I was getting over trying to build a rotary because I couldn't afford it. Once I'd finally realised, like, you can't actually afford to do this rotary thing, and I bought an A85. Yeah. So, and the guy I was working with, he was like, he had this Japanese girlfriend, and like, he was like, oh yeah, these Corollas and stuff. I was like, oh yeah, sick. So, he bought one as well. And yeah, we were just like mucking around with these like little Corollas, like cut the springs, and, like, put some wheels on it.
Yes, sir.
And like, it was just a 3A motor, like a 1500, but it was manual. So like, you try doing burnouts and stuff, and like, and you try doing the things, and like, I mean, when I cut the springs, like it was basically they were chopped so much it was just on the bump stops.
My man.
Yeah, it was all that kind of carry on. So I'd say that was maybe my first drift car. Okay. I guess it's a drift car, but it wasn't. I wasn't drifting it.
Yep.
But I was like researching stuff. So I ended up buying like a blacktop 20 valve, and I was like, oh, I'll do this conversion, and then like. So one thing about me, which was probably half of the stuff and stories that has come through, is I changed my mind, and I don't have a long attention span with cars. So I pulled the motor out and I sat the 20 valve in there, and that was about it.
Yep.
So that's about as far as that got. I would say my first actual drift car that I drifted was an R32 GSC.
Yep.
So it had an RB25 conversion, still had like the 20 box in it, but the first track day I ever did was in an R32 GDST. Before that, I also had I moved from Auckland when I was like sort of 18, floated around a little bit, like our families floated around a little bit. I ended up in New Plymouth and Taranaki down.
Shout out Sean Potros.
Yeah, down that way, that way. So by that time, I'd owned an FCRX7. So I bought this FCRX7 when I was about 18. We were living in Hawke's Bay at the time. Did a bunch of like stupid stuff with that. Had did like night illegal drag racing and stuff. And did that with that car. But I always knew about drifting. And I was like, I kind of styled the car to be like the Haraguchi car. So I was like, I'll get big wheels and stuff. And I ended up buying like some 17 by 9 inch inky RPO ones. In white, so they were white wheels with a charcoal grey FC with like Series 5 tail lights and stuff. It was a 13B turbo thing. Like it was pretty fast. Yeah, stupid car for an 18-year-old. Yeah. So we shifted over to the other side of the island. So Hawke's Bay is on the east coast, and Taranaki's on the west coast. So right across the island to New Plymouth, and I took the RX-7 had blown up, but I took it So I was like, oh, there's a rotary guy there, and I'll get him to have a look at it. And like, I knew it had dropped an apex seal, and I took it to this place, and it was sat outside. And then like, I went down one day because it just sat there, and the guy was fucking useless, and he didn't really do anything about it.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, this guy from the appliance store up the road popped in. He said, like, go up and see him. He like wants to talk to you about your car. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I went up to Mason Appliances, and I was like, oh, I'm looking for this guy Johnny. And like, parked outside was this fucking sick A31 Safiro. So like,
classic New Zealand.
I'm like, it was super Jap speak. It had like Equipo 5s, like 7-inch Equipo 5s on the front, and it had like some other JDM wheels on the back, and it was like sacked. Like, it was sick. It was super sick. It was so dope. And I was like, man, I wonder if this is the same dude. I like roll in there, and I'm like, and he's like, oh, hey man. I was like, oh, hey, I own the RX-7 down at Rotec. And he's like, oh, yeah, sick. I've got the A31 outside. I was like, oh man, that's so dope. At that time, I think that was probably, beside Justin Rood from Drift Corp.
Oh yeah.
That would have been the only manual converted RB20 turbo Safiro in New Zealand.
Way back.
Without it, this is way back. This is way back. So Jay Rood was like floating around in performance car at the Nysen Drift and Drag days with his one, and then there was this one, so Johnny's one. And Johnny's like, oh yeah, that's my Safiro. I'm like, oh yeah, that's sick. He's like, oh, the seats in your car, because it had brick seats in my RX-7.
Right.
And he's like, oh, where'd you get the seats from? I was like, oh, I got them from this. I bought a GT Starlet that was parted out, and like they came in that, and a buddy of me bought the car and parted it out, and I kept the seats. And he's like, oh yeah, those are sick. And I was like, oh yeah, thanks. And he said, oh, do you want to sell them? And I was like, yeah, like everything's for sale for me. And I was like, what's the deal with the Safira? And he's like, oh, I just built that real quick. I've also got a JZX90, like Mark II. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, do you want to do a deal? And I was like, yeah. So I was like, I was quickly realizing I couldn't afford to rebuild the 13B turbo.
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay. So I went to GE Finance, like this loan shark in town. And I was like, can I have $4,000? Because I want to buy this car, I need to get to work.
Yep.
And they're like, yeah, here you go. And they gave me $4,000, and I gave Johnny $4,000 and my 2 breed brick seats, and he gave me the Safiro, like running, driving, warranted, rejoed Safiro.
Yep.
So I ended up with this like manual converted turbo Safiro with like the work equips on it, and I had inky tarmacs on my FC, so I put those on the back, and it just looked like your absolute quintessential like Japanese beta drift car. True. Besides having like good aero, you know what I mean? But it was just like cut springs and like, anyhow, that guy Johnny, it turns out he was friends with all the West Side Rotor guys. So all the WSR guys. So he's like, oh, come over and meet these guys. And I'm like, oh, like I had no mates like there, so I was like, yeah, I'll go and meet these people, and like roll up to the house, and like Adam Richards, like blue JC Cosmos in the garage, and Nick Fernie's green FC is in the garage, and I'm like, holy hell. Like, these guys are like real ones, you know? So that's how I became friends with all those dudes, you know? So like I did some basic street stuff with that Safiro, but long story short, I never got that car to the track. The car I first did my first drift day in was a R32 Skyline RB25. Yeah. True. Just had like little like lock spacer washers in the thing, and like just mucking around.
Hey,
had the same RPO ones on it. I put those on there.
I only got rid of them lock washers in 2021.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, never did knuckles in my car because
it's amazing. Wow, it's going to change your life.
I did knuckles. I've had knuckles in my car since.
Who's knuckles? Which
Destroy or Die.
Oh, okay.
Dan from Destroy Die. Sick.
Yeah?
Yeah, drop knuckles. Same as what's in the low origin cars in the UK.
Yeah, okay. Oh, sick.
But yeah, nothing wrong with them lock washers. S14 rack with them lock washers.
It did the thing. And this that track day was before the main track was even built at Taupo.
Oh, shit.
So this was just the club circuit.
Just track 3?
Just track 3. Yeah. So this was when it was owned by Taupo Car Club.
Cool.
And you know when you do the section at Taupo, you've driven Taupo, I've seen you drive there.
Yep.
So you do the hairpin and you come up and you hit the sweeper.
Yep.
So that sweeper used to actually go right, then left, then right again, and then into Crazy Cat Lady Corner.
Mad.
Yeah, so it was super fun. Like, you know, your third gear and like you're like shitting your pants because the most you've ever done on the street is like a second gear fucking mangy up the road.
Oh,
You
for
know,
sure.
and you're hooking third, coming around the sweeper, and you're like,
Yep.
So that was, that first track day, oh man, I just remember that feeling of actually getting that section of the track.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, and that's when you just get hooked, and that's all you want to do.
For sure.
That's
I still feel that way 10 years later.
Oh yeah, for sure. And isn't it weird though? Like, it doesn't matter how much you do it, it's still such a sick feeling.
I
don't understand how people get really, really into drifting
Yeah.
and then they just turn it off.
Yeah.
How does that even happen, man?
Fuck knows. I think about it all
Blows my
day,
mind,
every
dude.
day of my life.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
and what can I do to my car to make it look better?
Yeah.
That
I don't
gets
do
my
that
dick
so
hard.
much.
That gets my dick hard.
Yeah.
Or it just say, like, you've just recently drove Queensland Raceway now that you're Australian.
True blue, mate.
Yeah, brother. But when you're sitting on track and you'll be out because you haven't timed it well with someone you want to drive with, and then all of a sudden you see like 15 of the boys roll around turn 1 and you're at turn 3 and you're like, fuck yeah, let's run these trains up.
I can't understand how people can just turn it off, man.
Yeah.
It boggles my mind. Like, I can understand when people's circumstances change and all that kind of stuff.
For sure.
And like, I know it's almost like a drug. Like, a lot of people, they just need to completely cut it off.
Yep.
To not have that, and not have to deal with the feelings of like, oh, well, I wish I was drifting. It's like, if you just completely remove yourself from the situation.
Yeah.
But man, I've tried that before,
Yeah.
and I always end up coming back.
I'm super lucky in that way for 2 reasons. I'm super excited to drive, even if it's just at our local track. But at the fact, I'm lucky enough to go to all these different countries to be guest
man.
driver.
That's
like,
so sick.
Spain's coming up.
Yeah,
Never
that's
been
wild.
to Spain.
Is that the one up the top of the mountain?
Yes, that's
fucking
Andorra.
wild, bro.
Yeah, the highest racetrack in the world.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Go do that. But then the week before that, I fly to New Zealand because I'm driving Drift Right.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
I just haven't announced it yet. By the time the pod's out, it'll be announced.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm driving Drift Right. Guy messaged me saying, "Yo, Steph wants you to drive the Laurel. Come and drive."
That's so cool.
Sure.
I'm so glad that there's like drifting back at Taupo.
Same.
Like,
And I can say this now.
Yeah.
Guy got approved for 5-car trains as well.
oh my Lanta. Yeah,
2-day
see,
drift
this-
event, 5-car trains, 80 cars, heaps of track time.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, that's such a win. I like the fact that Taupo have, they've started doing their own events as well on the club track, and that's I took this down there earlier this year because no one had drifted at Taupo in ages, dude, and it's that track 3, the club circuit. That's a fun ass track.
So much fun.
It's so fun. If anyone says, I'm going to put it out there, if anyone says that club circuit sucks, you suck.
Yeah.
You need to be a better driver. That's it.
You know what's sick? Because it's only like, 4 corners, 3 corners, but them 3 corners just give you 3 different values of
Absolutely.
how to drive.
Yep.
You've got the flick on the entry.
Yep.
And if you're doing tandems, you can flick with the car in front of you or whatever. Then you're kind of gathering speed down the hill and it's undulated and you're kind of bouncing. So that gives you good car technique there.
Yep.
And then you flick and you're slowing down.
Yep.
And then you're practicing the transition, slowing down, changing down a gear, staying at the same speed as that car.
Yep.
Then you're gaining speed again, changing
Ramping up.
gear. Get the gear change right, flick with the car in front of you, and then you're on door there. That's sick.
So, it's so cool.
Yeah.
I love, Track 3 Taupo is, still my favourite track to drive at.
I like it
For
too.
sure. I love it. I mean, I love Hamptons.
Yeah. I love
as
both.
well.
I love Hampton as the facility. So sick. Oh,
Sounds like that sounded like a Falcon
you said it. I
with
was
a
thinking
turbo
it.
on it, Just scumbag around South Brisbane,
Oh, God.
Gross.
Anyway, but I agree. I like track 3. Even old
man.
videos of Dave Hunter getting big wave throughs and backing it in smooth.
That's the only thing. That was the only gripe I had with that day we did down there. I was like, they need to move
The run up.
the run up,
Yeah.
or just give people the option if they want to,
Yeah.
run up
Yep.
out of Crazy Cat Lady,
Yep.
just let them do it.
So sick.
Yeah, it's
Even
so sick.
guys got a pretty wild layout for driftball, right? Where it's probably
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it
where you
online.
kind of
Yeah, if you kind of loop back
into
around.
track 3,
and I saw where the drift section is too, and I don't think anyone's drifted that bottom part
cool.
of the track, which is
Yep.
really cool. It's amazing he's been able to
He
get that past.
was sending me videos when he tested that last week, and he did it in reverse as well. I don't know
cool.
what looks better.
Yeah.
Maybe reverse because he kind of coming downhill.
Down a hill.
Yeah, it's real fast.
True. I think a lot of guys might fall off the track at the bottom once it's sped up.
Yeah.
Maybe going uphill might be a little bit easier to deal with, but I don't know.
It's going to be, whatever it is, it's going to be gnarly on tyres.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, Taupo, I feel like the true home of New Zealand drifting is Taupo.
Okay.
For sure. I think for New Zealand grassroots drifting, by far.
Yep.
Like, everyone talks about Pukekohe and stuff like that. Sure,
Yep.
for D1NZ.
And motorsport in general in New Zealand.
Yep. But actual, like, drifting, that's Taupo hands down.
Right.
For sure.
Yep.
And like the heyday of like Matsuri and, when Chris Howard was doing, Pickett was doing the Matsuris
That's
and
where we
stuff
met.
like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you and me was too.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Joe
true.
was driving.
But funny,
And Kesko.
like when I was, before we were doing D-Club, I was like, I don't know if you know this about me, but I used to organise track days even before that.
Yep.
Under another team called D1 Shed, which was like me and my buddies from Hawke's Bay when I was living there. And so we were organising track days at Taupo Club Circuit and all that kind of stuff. We'd all roll up there,
Cool.
and I'd put things on the D1NZ forum because that's all that there was at the time. And, we used to get a lot of the guys who, like, now are, like, D1NZ pros, like Dave Steedman and, Cole Armstrong. And like, all these guys learned a lot of their driving at the track days we were running back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
But we ran the first ever drift event on the new Taupo circuit.
Oh, yeah?
Back in, it would have been 2000, I think it was 2007 or 2008 when that opened up.
Shit.
Yeah, so because we'd done a good job,
Right.
because drifting had always been a bit of a, thorn in the side of Taupo Car Club. They'd banned it, and then, I remember like the first time we were like, man, we should try and hire the track. And like me and my mates were like sitting around, and I was like, let's write an email. And I was like, what's an email? And then he's like, oh, it's this thing. And I'm like, oh man, that's cool. Let's email them then. And like, I think I'm like relatively good with words, especially when it comes to like writing stuff. And we made it sound super professional, but we were just like, 18, 19-year-old kids with some stupid Japanese cars.
Yeah.
And like, they let us rent the track. It cost us $700
Wow.
to rent Taupo Club Circuit back in 2002 or 3 or 4 or whenever it was. And it stayed that price for a long time.
Wow.
That is
wild.
Absurd,
Yeah,
it's so crazy. We were charging guys like, I think it was like $50 to come and drive for the day, just to split it out. We never did it to make money,
I can tell you some
right?
prices for some tracks that I've been trying to line up. Say, like, the price difference, because me and Pete are doing a drift event in Calder Park.
Sick.
Sunday, it works out to be everybody, for us to break even, to cover everything, is $500 for one day.
Yeah, that's...
Then you add in the Monday,
Yeah.
it works out with them 80 cars, an extra $50 on top. So why the fuck wouldn't we do 2 drift days for
do 2 days,
$550?
right? Yeah, that's
it's a
crazy.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be no spectators. Yeah, it's expensive.
That's crazy. But that's
cool.
That's a little
It's cool
side note.
that's what I mean. It's cool to hear and like know that you've been in the scene from then till now, and now you get to experience it all again.
Yeah,
in
all
a
over
different
again
country.
in a different country. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I mean, I can't be bothered organising track days. When we did a couple of we did a couple earlier this year, but Cam, was the real proponent of that whole thing.
Okay.
He's like, oh, let's do this. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't really want to, because I know what it's like dealing with drifters, and that never, ever changes, no matter how old they get.
Yeah.
They're all fucking useless. All of them. It's like, hey, dude, you need to pay your entry fee. There'll always be one or two like super quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of them it's like just a ball ache. But yeah, we did a couple earlier at Hampton earlier this year. At
I
Hampton
did
Downs,
see. It looked fun.
which were good. Yeah,
They're on like a
tools
Friday.
down. We did
Tools
it on
down.
Friday. Tools down.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's like made a bit of a
Cool
thing
name.
Of it. Yeah.
Friday Arvo session.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ash did some cool Drift Tengoku inspired like posters.
Yep.
Event posters. None
Yep.
of this AI stuff. And
fuck that shit.
And they were really fun. And I mean, I thought the guys would probably carry it on, but I don't think they've.
Okay.
There's some other crowd. Some other young guys over there are doing it now, so I guess it's not really...
Yeah, that is one of the questions, because we did... Actually, you got fuckload... Out of everybody that I've done so far, you've got the most questions that everybody have sent in.
Yeah, but who else have you done?
I've done Matty Hearn,
Matty-
Matty Hill, Jay Smart. Like, they're all guys that have been driving
okay.
for like
Oh, that's
15 to 20
exciting.
years. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Which is cool. And they're
Yeah.
all like, there's funny ones, but then there's like pretty humble ones because you're known as the good guy.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
lovely. Fantastic.
My next question is, because I've only ever known you as D-Club.
yeah.
So obviously, like you said before, you had
another
that.
team. Yeah,
what
yep.
started D-Club? Because I know D-Club as when I think what brought it to what I can I can recollect is you guys did that real big day with Julian and the boys. You built a one. Did you build a 180 for that?
Oh, no,
the boys,
I already owned that car.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Adam and Joel had fresh liveries on,
Yep.
and there was Julian, Jason,
Yep.
Palmer, D Magic was there.
No, he didn't come.
Okay,
But there was a
that event was sick. Casey was there.
Yeah, Casey. Yeah, that was a random story.
Damo Elliott came over.
yeah, there were a
Zach,
bunch
I think Bogman
Nigel
was there.
Petrie was there.
Fucking sick.
Yeah,
that's why I was
yeah.
like, who's D Club?
Yeah.
I was like, if they're associated with C's, they got to be good dudes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What brought that around?
Okay.
Yeah.
So D Club is originally was a mixture of me,
Yep.
Taryn from Team S Club.
Yep.
You know, Taryn
Yep,
Smith,
yep.
the Corolla guy.
Yeah.
And Keske.
Yeah. Okay.
So we were all kind of organising or had organised events over the years.
Right.
Keske had done stuff.
Hold
with
that near
86
your
fighters.
face.
Sorry. Kes had done stuff with 86 Fighters.
Yeah.
And Taryn had been doing stuff for years at Mary down the drag strip
Cool.
end under Joe Manji.
Yep.
And I'd been doing the D1 Shed stuff, but that hadn't happened for a long time.
Gotcha.
So we're like, let's organise a track day, and this was when the club circuit at Hamptons had just been finished up. So another first is we ran the first ever drift day at the new club circuit at Hampton Downs, and we
Cool.
did that under D Club. We called it the Catalina Wine Mixer because everyone was all about like Step Brothers and like all that kind of stuff.
That's such a sick name, but
Yeah. So it was cool, and like Ash, we're very lucky to have Ash,
Yeah, for sure.
as part of the team because it's like
graphic
he
designer,
does the
sick
graphics, he does all the sick
photographer,
shit,
good
so-
dude.
Yeah. So
Perfect teammate.
We ended up
Driver.
running. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. So we ended up running a few track days under, under D Club from there. Then it kind of, were like, I wouldn't say it. Well, kind of no, because then from that point we'd done a couple of days at Hamptons, and then Joel comes to us and he's like, "Man, like we should do an event." Because, obviously when I talk about those, me and Taryn and Keske, I'm also talking about Ash and Joe and Joel and Adam and just the greater, the extended group around that.
For sure.
The D Club was, D doesn't mean drift, D means drive.
Yeah.
Drive club.
Club.
So we're like, let's do the thing. And like, for some reason I end up being the leader of this stuff. I don't know why, but everyone always it's like, oh, what do you think, Ruby? Like, and I'm like, okay, let's just do this. I guess maybe I'm just good at making decisions or bad decisions.
They always you
probably.
got to rely on someone.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Joel's like, man, I've been talking to Shane. Obviously he had a fair bit to do with those guys when he was living in Japan and like Streeter and all that kind of stuff, and like, and Keske obviously has his connections in Japan as well, and
Reuben's talking about Joel from C's Garage.
Joel Hedges, yeah, sorry. And he's like, man, we should bring Naoki out. And I was like I knew who Naoki was, of course.
Sure. Yeah.
But at that point, he wasn't as popular because he wasn't a D1 driver. He wasn't allowed to be a D1 driver.
Yep.
He'd become probably more internet famous because of why he got banned from, D1.
Yeah.
So he's like, and Joel's like, no, this guy's like next level, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, man, like that's sick. So we just started this, like, this thing kind of just rolled on, and we're like, and all of a sudden we're like, we've got sponsors on board, and we've got a plan on how we're going to do it, and we've got all this stuff happening, and I'm like, this is crazy. And that was Pink Style GP.
Oh, that was the first one.
That was 2017 is when we did Pink Style GP.
Cool.
So we had Naoki and Miki, Pink Style, because Burst wasn't Burst had finished by then. Burst is back now.
I remember watching all these videos.
Yeah.
Joel's car was like red in the back and yellow. Or
so
something?
Joel and Adam's cars were they matching? Yeah, red at the back, yellow at the front.
Yeah.
But they'd had new liveries and stuff.
There's a gang clip because it was shit weather all day. There's a gang clip where you're all hanging over the fence.
Yep.
And Naoki's kind of getting a dry run in and flicking it past.
Yep.
And everyone just goes, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. No. This is where a lot of stuff changed for all of us.
For sure.
It's because like we did it over 2 days, right? So the first day was it was kind of a closed session at the drag strip end of Mary Mary.
Yep.
Where we'd all been sort of driving because there was either Hamptons or Mary Mary, and it's literally one corner, right?
Yeah.
Like you hoon down and you flick into the bottom corner, you wrap around, you come back up.
Yep.
And so we're like, we'll do it there because it's one, we couldn't afford to hire Hampton Downs two days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So we did the first one at Hamptons, which was like it was quite expensive even for the time. When I'm thinking back on it now, we limited it, and it was kind of like it wasn't just driving. We were like, Naoki was telling people how to drive and trying to, there was a lot of tutoring going on, and like just a whole bunch of like a bit of a community thing where we all get together and like try and figure out, how to do stuff cooler, and more aggressive and all this kind of stuff. And I remember Naoki he'd be out on the track with a cone, and he'd be standing by the cone and just be like, come there, like do this, and like directing guys on what to do.
Cool.
It was so sick.
It's sick because like that's
amazing.
a fucking awesome experience.
So him and Shane, obviously Shane Bingham came out, and Mickey Takagi.
Yep.
So Adam built a car for Naoki to drive, which was the shop car.
Oh.
And that's the shop car that Adam drives now.
Yep.
Yeah. So Adam had his S14, Joel had his 1VR, and Adam built this the shop car, which had been floating around at his workshop for some time.
Yeah.
And we all, we all sort of helped as much as we could. I mean, Adam's a very fastidious kind of guy, so there's a lot of stuff that he wants to do himself.
Okay.
But, we all help with like, prep and do this, and I helped him a little bit with the wiring and a bit of this and a bit of that, but he builds an amazing car.
Yeah.
So that car was built specifically for Naoki to drive.
Sick.
The first day was at Mary Mary, and like I remember we were all standing there at the back end of the track, so there's like a pit area and you're looking up the drag strip and the cars are coming towards you, and we're all standing there, and Naoki comes in the shop car, and like we could all hear him, and we could all hear the motor, and we could all hear like what he was doing, and it was wet, and he flicks it into the wall, and we're all like, because we all just thinking he's facing the wall, he's just going to collect the wall, and he just flicks it back perfect, and he is on the wall, like you would not believe, and then just drags it out. And we just all stood there and like just all looked at each other like, what the actual fuck is going on? Like he did the line like it was dry.
Yeah.
And we're all like, if that was any of us, we would have all collected the wall. We would have all binned our cars. But then the funny thing was he got out of that car and then jumped. There was this R31 Skyline that was there, like Aussie spec one, so solid axle rear, like RB30 NA, that this guy Ross has been drifting for years. Older gentleman, lovely guy. And he paid the money to come along, and then Naoki jumps in this thing and does exactly the same thing.
Wow.
And we're like, not even a warm-up lap, just gets out and just throws down the perfect line, perfectly on the wall. Like those R31s have a little like trim in the bumper.
Yeah.
It just peeled that out just a little bit, so that was just flapping around.
Ugh.
It was nuts. Didn't scratch the bumper, just peeled that little trim out.
Yeah.
So that was that day. So we're all like, this guy is just like God level, and then the next day at Hampton Downs, that's when we all saw for the first time how that track should be driven.
Yeah.
How the line, how to do it, and it was insane. It was insane.
Yeah, that clip that I was saying about before, people, because like we got an alarm going off. That there's like all the boys hanging over the cage fence as you flicked in, and he comes past, and literally everyone goes,
"Yep,
what the fuck?"
Yeah. We all poured out onto the track, which was really, really naughty to do that. But we're all like, and I'm like standing there as the event organizer going, man, I hope I don't get into trouble with this, but I'm not missing this. And I'm like out there as well, like looking and watching them come down, because it like, we'd had a mean day, but it'd been wet all day, you know.
Yeah.
And we'd had a good, had a good bunch of driving, but it'd been wet. And then it finally kind of dried up in the Arvo, and everyone just sort of gathered around, and like Naoki went out in the shop car by himself, and then just throws down these friggin' insane lines at Hamptons, and we're just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, all... there's
What
a
the
big group
fuck
of
have
us-
we been doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like you just sort of revisit everything that you've ever thought about drifting when you see stuff like that happens. And I think that kind of shit happens as well when guys go to like Mayhan for the first time. Like, I hear all the time. I've never been there.
Yeah.
Like, I really, really want to go.
No, I've never been either.
People are
I've
like,
been
when you go there, you see what years and years of practice and technique can achieve with pretty basic cars.
Yeah.
These are not pro cars.
Yep.
I would argue that a pro car could not go out on Mayhan and do the same kind of thing that a 5 or 450 horsepower SR chassis could do.
It's proven. Like a couple of weeks ago, Noki had the V8 car out at Mayhan, and he literally power skids the whole straight.
It's a straight,
and it doesn't really get time to load up because he's just power skidded.
Yeah,
he still froze
it still looks cool. But it's still not quite the thing, right?
Yeah,
it's just not quite the. It's not like the KC line, right?
Yeah, for sure. I fully agree. Like when I went to Japan, we were talking about this before the pod. I went to Doridore's, or however you say it, Doridore was always been a dream event to go to. Them boys who are like railed, and some of them have the setup where their car is soft in the back, where they'll launch off one wheel, flick it in just as hard. They're doing a aggressive initiation. And I was like, fuck, I drive my car like a bitch.
Like a pussy.
So I went home, I come home, and then they've been non-stop practicing it. Because it was something I never really thought about doing.
Yeah.
And now I fucking love doing that, especially if I'm doing a solo run.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, it's not to like what a Mayhan flick is or anybody else like that.
No, well, it's not. You don't have the conditions.
But my driving
right?
technique has changed because I went to Japan.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think everything changed for a lot of us with that pink style event. And then obviously, after we did that, we were like, man, that was so sick. But then it's like, what's the next thing?
Yeah.
So then we, obviously it had a fair bit to do with like, well, Joel especially had a lot to do with Julian and that with Animal Style. So, then we did Animal Style, which was in 2020.
That was sick.
Right before COVID. Sick. That was in January of 2020. And then I think the next week or the next couple of weeks after that, like NZ shut down basically.
When you guys did the first time with Nakamura, did you own the Laurel back then?
Yeah, I did have the Laurel then. Yep.
Funny story. I've heard some stories about that Laurel.
Oh, yeah?
With car prep, with you getting ready for this event, you've prepped the car, got it ready, go to the event.
Yeah.
The car wouldn't start.
Yeah.
You didn't get to drive all weekend?
No, I didn't drive at all at Pink Style.
Because you didn't put fuel in your car.
I was so stressed out, mate. I was so stressed out running the event, mate, I just forgot.
Hey, I've done it before, but worse. I did like the big... You can thank Ash for that story again, too.
Yeah, he knows all the...
I've done the same. I've been there. I've been busy. I did before I was the first Oak Tree livery, it was like the pink and purple fade with the green. And I've serviced the car, dropped the oil out of the gearbox, put the bung plug back in. About fifth lap in, I was like, fuck, the gearbox is loud. Literally go to flick in on turn 3, leading like 10 of the boys, and the gearbox goes, see you later. I've been there. You're busy, you're not thinking about it.
There was so much going on. But yeah, that car was like, that car was like no dash cluster kind of car.
Right.
So it's like there was no fuel gauge.
Yep.
And like, I think that might have been the first time I'd ever had a car without a fuel gauge.
Yeah.
And just so much going on, man. And I'm 100 miles an hour at most times, so I don't really stop a lot of the time to think about stuff.
No, I'm the same. I'm like, go.
I'm like, I've got to do this. I've really, that.
If I don't write a list, I'm fucked.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the thing. I'll try writing a list, but then I'll probably lose the list.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
But I've also learnt from you not putting fuel in your car, you're really bad at putting oil in motors.
Yeah, yep.
You're really bad at putting oil in diffs.
Yep.
Shitting on the side of the road on the way to drift events.
Yep.
Apart from that...
Yep. No, I'm an
Cascay's
angel.
put a lot of other ones to me to ask you in the question section, so we'll get to
Okay.
that soon.
Oh, good grief, yeah.
But
there's. Look, I'm a shocker.
one
the first to
question
admit.
before we get into the questions is from Cascay. He did
Yes.
say, I think it was Cascay. He said, "Ask what happened to the Verosadiff."
Yeah, so
I don't know the story behind this,
yeah,
but knowing the stories that I've been told
Yeah.
without you knowing, fuck, it's got to be a cracker.
Yeah,
surely.
no, it's not really. It's just plain stupidity and assumptions on my part.
Okay.
So like I had this Verossa and I did all this, stuff to it, and I bought a diff off Ollie Jepson. You know Ollie Jepson?
Yeah.
So Ollie had this thing out of his Mark II. It was like a 4.1, which is kind of like the nice diff for
Yes,
a
sir.
JZX drift car.
Yep.
And it had what was it? It might have been like some kind of Torsen,
Oh, yeah.
like
Toyota things.
the Toyota thing,
Yep.
and I was like, oh yeah, this will be nice for this street car. And he he like took it out, and did he send it to me? It might have been sent via the mail, like courier,
Okay.
to me in Hawke's Bay, most likely. And but then I never finished the car in Hawke's Bay. I finished the car when I'd moved back to Auckland. Sorry, not Hawke's Bay, Taranaki.
Right.
And then I put the diff in, and like the car got dyno tuned. Like James at JT Performance tuned the
JT's
car.
a good dude, yep.
I'd driven the car up the road and back.
Gotcha.
And I was like, oh yeah, it's all good. And I took it to Drift Force, and like I probably did 5 laps, and then I was driving down the straight after coming, in reverse direction in the morning, and driving down the straight, and the rear end just like completely locks up, and I come sliding to a stop in the middle of the track, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And we had to like jack the car up and then just like roll it in on the jack to get it fucking moving.
Okay.
But yeah, there was no oil in the diff at all. Like it was dry. It was dry,
Really?
and I was like, man, I swear to God that it had oil in it, or maybe I assumed that Ollie had left the oil in.
Okay.
But yeah, like that was super frustrating time. But it was okay. Like I feel like if you're going to drift, you've got to have a two-way.
Well, that's the thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
I don't.
yeah.
I brought a two-way.
Oh, dude, it'll change your life.
I brought a two-way
Have I? Yeah.
11 years ago. Cusco.
Oh, dude.
It's
Yeah.
still in the box.
Yep.
Because I was like, when this shim diff that cost me $80 lets
Yeah.
go, I'll put it in.
Yeah, okay.
Still got the same shim diff.
Yeah, okay.
But then I also run 5.5 degrees of camber.
yeah, true. Okay.
So there's
yeah.
no tire on. There's half
true.
a tire on the ground.
Yeah,
maximum.
true. Do you want to sell that Cusco though?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah,
You watch, I'll sell it
just-
and I'll blow my diff up.
Yeah, probably. But then by that time it'll be in my S15. So.
Yeah, well, that's true. You
Yeah.
kind of need it.
Yeah.
But,
So
that's pretty
that was,
funny.
That was a shocker. And then there's oil ones. Those oil is like it's like the car hitting like oil cuts like for ages. But I didn't really realise what it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, this car's running like shit, man.
It's got a
You know
miss.
what I mean?
It's got a misfire.
It's misfiring. It was like low as oil. I'm like,
Right.
oh my God. There's plenty of moments like that. I like to think I'm a little bit better now.
Yeah.
Besides this, going to QR the other weekend, and it basically rolled out of the container, and like I was telling you before, like I couldn't find VR1, which is the oil that I use.
Yeah.
I couldn't find that anywhere. I had to order it online special, and it didn't turn up in time for me to do an oil change before I went to QR. So I just sent the car as it was.
Yeah.
The oil was okay, but what I didn't do was empty the catch can, because there's obviously this thing's on ethanol,
Yep.
and you get that milky, oily
For
stuff.
sure.
This thing doesn't breathe heavy, but it
Yep.
is a JZ, and there is 20 PSI boost into it. You
The
know?
best part is as well, you drove morning session. It's our winter, which isn't fucking winter at all.
Yeah, yeah.
You went and do that. Just say you went and did that in summer.
Yeah.
RIP your motor.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
Fuck
yep,
me,
yep, yep,
bro. It's
yep.
so hot at QR.
Yeah,
it's like, what is
yeah.
it, an hour from here?
Yep.
It's like West Brisbane.
Yep.
Or
Inland
Logan or
as well, eh?
Ipswich. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking
I
hell
could
on
imagine
earth.
it absolutely cooking out there.
Oh, it's fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so that was oil coming out of the catch can and blowing all down the side of the car and
A bit of an oil slick
all
livery.
that kind of stuff. Yeah. We'll get it. I found some VR1 now, so that's good.
Beauty.
Yeah.
The only really have one last question left out of that, because you've got about 35 questions to answer.
Goodness me, okay.
Is there everyone that I've spoke to so far, and I asked the same question? You've talked about 2 videos that are what stood out to you to what got you into drifting in a way, what's a video or videos that you've constantly watched and you'll continue to watch over the years?
Ooh.
Because like mine's, like I said before, like Tandem and Die stuff, end of year recaps from Animal Style, end of year recaps from Tandem and Die, hit and run videos. Shout out Scotty for being there over the years. Like Jack just brought up in the podcast with Palmer, and Gravy Garage and stuff like that. They're the main ones that I've watched so much of. What's some videos that you continuously go back to?
Oh, look, I mean, it's probably a lot of those ones. I don't go back to a lot of stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel like I'm pretty tunnel vision with what I want from drifting now.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been doing it long enough now. Like, obviously reminiscing on the heydays is great.
For sure.
But for me, it's like all I want to do is drive sick.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So it's like,
that.
and that's what I try to do. So it's like if I'm watching, to be honest, I don't even really watch like YouTube much anymore.
Yeah.
It's like I'll watch some cool stuff, and to be honest, like there's not really, Scott Mitchell's not doing drift videos anymore. You know what I mean? You don't really see the cool videos like we had like 10, 12, 15 years ago.
sure.
We're not really getting that stuff anymore.
Yeah,
it becomes I like watching Animal Style. I like watching those dudes.
Yeah, and same like Aaron Flash VM.
Yeah, Flash VM, and like I've been watching his stuff when he's been in Japan and all of that kind of stuff.
Hodges' fat head makes a couple of appearances.
Yeah, I saw Hodges in there. Yeah, he's such a little cutie. That guy.
Yeah, he just pops. He's just staring them down.
Yeah, he just seems.
I get that.
Japan.
I'm the same.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. If I go back, I'll be looking at I'll be watching stuff probably at Mayhan.
Yeah.
And like going, man, I wish I had another S chassis more than anything. You know what I mean? But yeah, look, I'm not. Wow.
Holy
fuck! That is Australia in a car, right? That. Wow. Yeah, look, I'm pretty old.
Yeah.
So like, I think now it's like I'm pretty stuck in my ways with what I want from drifting.
Fair.
And if someone isn't doing what I'm interested in trying to do myself,
okay. Yep.
I'm probably not going to watch.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
I fully get that.
And that's not because I'm being a dickhead or I'm not trying to support what guys are doing. Like I'm stoked if people are getting interested in drifting.
Yeah.
But like if a guy's drifting a Falcon or a Commodore, I'm probably not going to go out of my way to like talk with the guy or, like I say, I'm an old fart and I'm probably a grumpy old guy now. I'm probably a grumpy old drifty guy.
Yeah.
And like, I just want to go out and try and do what I'm been trying to do for the last fucking 20 years. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like I suck. I'm a bad driver. You know what I mean? Like I'm
just clipping that in as the real video.
I'm not.
I suck.
I do, man. Like I honestly, like I do not think at all that I'm good at driving.
Yeah.
When you've got guys,
but if you think that way as well, you're not having fun.
But
I don't think I'm a good driver.
Yeah.
But fuck, I have some fun.
Oh, absolutely, I have fun.
Fuck, I have fun.
I have
so
fun
much fun.
Trying to do the thing, but also I'll always come away going, man, like I wish I'd done this, or like I've got to remember to do this stuff, and like you start sort of analysing what you're doing, and that's probably been a thing I've been doing probably more recently in the last few years, rather than just going out and like fanging around. Like I'm actually trying to be quite specific with what I'm trying to do.
For sure.
But yeah, I don't think I'd really go back on stuff. It would be that same stuff that you mentioned. Okay. It would be like, it'd be the Hoonigan video of Animal Style going to Mayhan.
Yeah. I fucking love that video.
That's such a sick video. Yeah. I love that.
Same.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I really like technical stuff. So, if I'm watching YouTube stuff, it's going to be more either tech-based or Japanese drifting.
Yep. Yeah, that's fair. I'm the same, right? Like, because I dedicate so much that I do for drifting. All I do is drifting.
Yep.
If I'm not drifting, we're rebuilding my car. I'm saving to get Alex's car here from the UK, and then I'm helping run an event here. Then I'm going to Barcelona. I'm going to New Zealand. Most of the time don't watch drifting on YouTube because it's my little break.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
you can burn the fuck out.
It can be, being brutally honest, like it's become pretty cookie cutter, a lot of the YouTube stuff.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I am a big fan of what would you say? It's like more everyday stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you'd say. I was talking about this the other day. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's become a little disconnected from the average bloke.
Yeah.
I was watching LZ for like when he had like 250,000 followers when he was building a 180SX in his garage at home.
Yep.
But I really, really struggle now to enjoy watching him blasting around in a big block.
Yeah.
Like BMW. Like the car's sick. I 100% appreciate the engineering and all that kind of stuff in there. But I'm never going to build that car.
Yeah.
I'm never going to build that other BMW that he's just built, that B50A one.
Gotcha.
And most guys aren't going to build that car.
Yep.
This is all like dreamland stuff, and like if I'm going to watch drifting, I'm going to watch the drifting that I like. I'm going to watch Casey.
Yep.
I'm going to watch Animal Style.
Yep.
I'm going to watch whatever D1 Lights is on.
Yeah.
I probably won't watch D1 GP. I'll watch D1 Lights.
Yep. I was watching it today.
And I'll watch the stuff that kind of interests me.
Gotcha.
I'm
the same.
I feel like it's a lot of the stuff it's kind of really become diluted, and a lot of these guys, they're now really struggling to figure out how to maintain their audience.
Gotcha. They're pretty invested in it,
Yeah, because a lot of the guys, like, I mean, you probably watched LZ and like
I still
Jimmy
do.
and
Depending
all
on
that
what the
kind of
video
stuff.
is.
Yeah. And like, I mean, Jimmy's a nice ass guy, but I'll tune out if I see the wrong thumbnail.
For sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? And like,
I get it.
and that sucks. And like, I want to support people doing cool shit.
I'm the same. I'll jump on to say, like, Jimmy just posted a video of that new supercar thing that he's building. We're homies, so it's all good. But for the fact I've been a big advocate for supporting your friends. That car doesn't interest me at all, but I'll open it, like it, close it.
Yeah.
This helps.
Yeah,
That's his business.
for sure.
That's his income.
Yeah, no,
stuff like that.
absolutely.
But I'm the same. This is what I was thinking of. I watch a lot of stuff these days that I find relevant to myself. You know what I've been enjoying watching is fucking what's old mate who drives the Red 32 from NZ.
Red 32.
4-door hop chop. Right.
Jono.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
I was having a mind blank.
Yeah.
He just did like he's just posting him, which I'm all about. He's not being anybody himself, but he's being him. Like you meet him in person, that's him.
Oh yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah. He's
he just
really
loves
cool.
drifting.
He
loves
does
to drive.
And
now I commented this on his last YouTube video. This is in the relevancy. Like I'm like, look at the bro go. He's getting better as a driver now.
Yeah, this is it. And I think this is what people kind of want to see.
That's just me. Yeah. I still enjoy like watching like their mates of mine as well. So it's different, right? So like Dave and the boys building the Ferrari and stuff like that. That was cool because they were how we are. They've just like gone bigger and bigger over the years. But I'll go back because I really enjoy watching, like I just said with Jono, and he drove the last time he drove. I was like, like that's the best he's ever driven. Leave a comment, drop a like.
The cool thing with Jono as well is like he'll come and like ask questions at a track day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Whereas a lot of guys, they feel a little, either they're too embarrassed. They don't want to come up and ask for advice, or like, I mean, not from me. I mean, I'll probably give terrible advice.
Yeah, I think Harry helped him out a fair bit as well with car setup and stuff like that. Maybe
for sure.
But.
Yeah, the whole YouTube thing, like it's and those kind of drift personalities, it's like I think it's probably bred a generation of new drifters, which I think's good.
For sure. Yep.
But I wonder if it's how do I put it without sounding like a dick again? If it's the right kind of drifting.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if they're actually learning proper technique, or like, I watch a lot, like anytime I watch an American YouTube channel and I see them like going, we're doing 135 miles an hour entry and they're running in and then they're like, I'm like, dude, come on. Man, like the reliance on the e-brake for initiation. That's not drifting, homie.
Yeah.
That ain't drifting, bro. That ain't it.
That's maybe when you learn because you're trying to be comfortable.
I guess,
maybe.
but like, I'm not even talking about learners. I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Okay.
I've seen some pro dudes. They do this all the time, and like they'll put the stuff up on Instagram. And they're like, and all these people are like, man, fucking sick drift, bro. And you're like, that's not a drift, man.
Yeah.
Like that ain't drifting.
Yeah.
You know, and that kind of stuff really turns me off.
'Cause that's the thing here.
Yeah.
That's the thing here. It always has been. Like, me and Macy have talked about this a lot because I know Macy. Good dude. And I enjoy talking to him about what he sees from... Because he used to live here.
Yeah.
You met Macy before?
Yeah. I've chatted to him
Good.
online. Yeah.
Fantastic dude.
Yep.
But he says the same thing. He's like, man, the older handbrake entry is just the Aussie way.
Yeah,
but I feel like with good representation of people like Chop, Stephen Bamford, myself, you drive that way, all these other guys in drifting to... Even like with what Steve did with 00, it was cool to see that 70% of your run was judged on the flick.
The flick, yeah. That's how it should be. I mean, let's... Yeah,
and he's bringing that into a practice day soon.
Yeah,
and then the comps after that.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably a month after, but...
No, I'm doing that.
Oh, yeah, sick.
Yeah.
Mad. Yeah. I think a lot of... It was cool to see because there was people there who do normal comps, and then there was cool to see people that I didn't even know could flick a car like that.
Yeah.
I've never seen them drive like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, fuck yeah, that's more people to
We need more of that.
drive.
We need more of that stuff, yeah. I think it's just that fostering of that whole community and doing the right... And to... I'm not saying everyone should drift like that.
For sure.
Honestly, I don't give a shit if people are doing a handbrake entry. That is not what I'm into.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to watch.
For sure.
I don't want to watch other people do it, and I don't particularly like seeing people going, bro, that's so fucking sick.
Yeah.
Like, you're not educated about what drifting actually is.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I'm not going to get upset about... Like, I'm not a
exactly what you're
gospel preacher about fucking aggressive driving.
Yeah, but at the same time,
I mean?
like you're saying, I don't want to be a dick. You're entitled to your own opinion. We live in a modern age now where you can't say this because everyone should be involved.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
You're allowed to speak. Look at Chop. Chop posts like exactly what he's saying.
Asshole online, Good grief.
No, I fucking love it. But there's people who would not know Chop that would go, fuck, this dude's a dick. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
but he's just saying he's allowed to fucking preach and say what he's thinking. People just get fucking so upset about that shit these days.
Sure.
It's like you'll say like you like that style of driving. That's no different from me saying I like low cars over high cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the same shit.
Yeah, dead right. Right.
I'm allowed to like what I like.
Yeah. Oh, look, I
love all different styling of drift cars.
I love low cars too.
Yeah.
I love low
You used
cars.
to have them?
I did.
Yeah.
But also, I'm 44 years old. I can't sit. I can't. My old bones can't handle the being rattled around.
When my car is back running, I'll let you rip a lap in it, and you tell me if it rattles your bones. Because everyone gets in and goes, what the fuck?
Okay.
It makes fuck all horsepower. It makes 320 horsepower.
Yeah, okay.
And everyone gets in and goes...
It should make more than that.
I don't want it to make more than that.
Okay,
it doesn't
enough.
last.
Yeah, no, it's right. Well, it's of course, you're going to be blowing
the
through
same
half
engine
a
for
tyre. Well, 5.5 degrees of
I
camber.
only get about just over half a tyre if I run them on 12-pound hot.
Yeah, okay.
That's like the only way I
Doesn't
get
that annoy
through.
you?
Nah.
Really?
I gets my dick hard
Okay.
that I can be close to people.
Like, I've noticed with this thing, it's like, I've got to like, I'm probably going to have to put a bit of like positive camber in the back to get the tyre wear a little bit more even, I think. Oh, no, those ones aren't too bad.
Okay.
But like,
Different
if
right?
I see a little bit of like, a little bit too much tread on one side, I'm like, fuck, that's so annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It sort of pisses me off. But
you know what I really enjoy about it, because I've never listened to whatever anyone's ever said for car setup, but like you should chuck in camber arms, you should do toe arms, you should do knuckles. What I've proven over the time now, where back in the day I used to really care, and I still do care a lot about how the car looks, but the car used to let down my driving because I cared so much.
Yeah.
Then I really focused in, say, since 2022 onwards, 2021, on close driving, being aggressive with it.
Yeah.
I love that my car makes no horsepower, heaps of camber, and I can get on your door.
Get on your door. Yeah.
It's kind of like, I really love selling that.
Yep.
Dude, if you see underneath my car, you go, what the fuck? This thing's stock.
True.
Yeah, like the rear's the same R200 diff I've had since I brought it. It's got shims in it that cost, like, I got the diff done for $80. It's still got 3x2 axles. It's got seized camber arms, stock toe arms, stock traction arms, stock knuckle.
Stock toe arms?
Yep.
That thing must be running some crazy toe out.
Don't know. They're boogies.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the horsepower I think with it, how the soft it is in the back with the tyre and horsepower, we don't know. We don't know why it works, but it does. But I love it exactly how it is. I'm not changing nothing.
You got to do what you got to do.
I love that it proves people wrong, that you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I've just always really focused on how it looked.
Yeah.
And then I gave too much about how it looked. And
well, that's
didn't
what
care about
happens,
my
isn't it?
driving.
It's when you're worried about, like, scratching it or, like,
Exactly.
cracking your aero or whatever.
And then if you watch
it's always in the back of your mind, even if you're driving around going, man, I'm just going to fucking send it today. But you'll always be thinking about if you're precious about shit. And,
sure.
I like seeing guys who just...
I fucking love destroying my shit.
Yeah,
and I'm super lucky to have sponsors on board like Bearded Bodyworks who do all my paint panel.
That is lucky.
And I have Project Aero that do the best under panels.
Yeah, that is
so it acts like a skateboard deck.
Yeah.
But I love that. I love that everyone goes, what the fuck, dude? Like, it doesn't make sense. I'm keeping up.
Yeah.
Sure,
that's
it's with grassroots cars, not pro cars.
For sure.
Me and Levi, we used to have a laugh back in the day. I'd go and do a run where I'd be on him, and he's like, you wait here, I'm going to go and put on a semi-slick. No chance. 800 horsepower,
Gone,
285. Fucking no chance.
No, that's
good.
Yeah.
No, that's good chat.
Yeah.
I reckon we should get into questions.
Okay, go ahead.
There's fucking heaps.
Quick fire, eh?
No, good luck. Because there's probably some
I'll try not to talk too much. I feel like my throat's
What are we
dry.
at? We're at an hour 25, so we're bang on.
All right.
First question.
Yes.
I put this on my Insta, the Low Origin Insta, and on my Facebook. The first question is from Nick T-Boone.
Oh.
Why is this car so high at the front? If you can't see because you're listening on Spotify, it's
not that high. This car's not that high.
the guy that always has
Look
their
at
car.
This is like my rear guard is like my tire's up in my guard on this.
Here's the thing. Everyone that says my car, there's always that guy that has the high front that says my car isn't that high. Look at the back. That's half the battle.
Yeah, true.
You still got to do the front.
For starters, I actually quite like the look. I quite like the rake.
If you haven't seen Reuben's car and you're not watching YouTube, it's like Kazama matte black. It's got an ash little decal livery on it from Hero Prints. It's very Kazama style. It's got powder coated cool color T37s. It's very something that you'd think would be in...
The inspiration for this car when I built it was to build like my take on like a D1 Lights or like FDJ 2 or 3
like
kind of car. You know what I mean? Like it's still not that.
I still appreciate like I talk about this all the time. It's you can do the bare minimums for a car to look good. It's low, good paint, good fitment, genuine wheels. That's the bare minimum. But then there's also how people execute it on top. So like look at your car. You got a livery. You've got matching blue to match your wheels, to match your seats. Like there's little extras that make all this stuff tie together.
Yeah. I mean, we don't need to go into why the car's high at the front because he's just been a dickhead. And he already knows. He's been drifting for longer. He's been drifting longer than me.
Next one is from Not Da Tahi.
Not Da Tahi.
Tell Rubes to lower his car.
Okay. I don't even know who Not Da Tahi
Neither
is.
is I. Neither is I. It sounds like they're from New Zealand. This is from Rito. Big Daddy Rubes, it's time to get some full-size rear bumpers on the back of the JZX.
Absolutely not, dude. No way. Why?
He said love Rito at the end.
You know why? You know why it's cut, though, is because otherwise if I run a full bumper, there's no floor in the back of this thing. So it's just a giant sailplane. So it's slowing me down, dude.
You could have said, I've just put a winters in.
It's slowing me down, bro. I just want to go fast.
I think Rito has no say in this because he's talking about selling the S30 for the most boring Beamer.
I know. Who
be
does
so
that,
sick.
Man?
But
like he looks like an old man. Like he looks like an old man.
I've told him I'm not coming to hang out with him anymore.
You cannot sell that car
and
buy a fucking BMW.
He'll regret selling that.
Don't do that.
Really clean two-tone, and then like in years to come, he'll go, fuck, I wish I shouldn't sell that.
Yeah, he's put too much work into that car for starters. It's insanely cool.
Yeah, I know.
Just keep it. Yeah. Okay.
To you, this is from 15 by 80. to you, what makes a car stand out more, hard driving or looks?
Oh, hard driving. Hard driving.
I'm both.
For sure. No, look, I think, I mean, I love
if you could choose,
cars when
do
cars
both.
look cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But if some dude, like there was some dude at Drift Force a while back who had, like, I hate Falcons and Commodores more than anything. I think
Hell
they
yeah,
have
bro.
absolutely no part. They've got no right to be anywhere near a drifting track.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a dude there in like a VN Commodore. It looked like it had rolled straight off like the dirt track, had like no glass in it or some shit. But dude was hucking it in, bro.
Okay.
It was sick. And like I was like, that's kind of cool. I hate that car, but this guy's kind of doing some cool stuff. You know what I mean? I'd have to choose hard driving over car looks. I know that's a tough one, but like
it is super hard because there's so many different stories and ways you could think about it. Like like what I was just thinking in my head. Sure, that dude has that car.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets inspired by someone who teaches who's to say what's the right way.
Yep.
But is a good representation of the sport where he goes, fuck, I should do that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
All right, we've got a couple from Cascade. There's 3. I know the Tiger is in Florida, but what about the Gator King? I'm going to say this is an America story.
Oh, far out, man. I don't know if we need to get into this stuff
We don't have
on
to.
this podcast.
Okay, well, there's more from him.
Okay.
Does he need diff? Does he need oil in his diff, or is that optional?
What's the next one?
The next one's from him, from Cascade as well.
Yes.
How does a Barossa go on the beach?
That was the first ever, that first Catalina wine mixer day that we did at Hampton Downs, and that was the first time taking the Barossa out, and my first time driving a Toyota, which are quite different to an S chassis. There's a lot more steering work that goes into these cars. There's, I don't know, because it's I don't know why, it just is.
I feel that. I've only drifted 2 of them, and both of them I've ever driven. I'm like, wow, this is different to the other one.
A lot of wheel work going on, and the Barossa, it was just, I don't know. I was like, man, I'm going to try hucking 4th gear in this stock, like 1J car down the front straight at Hampton Downs, and I did that and just over-rotated and then just went flying off the track.
Gotcha.
For
For people who don't know, if you're not from like Australia or you follow New Zealand drifting, if you go off at turn 1 at Club Circuit, it's classed as going to... Is it going to the beach?
Going to the beach,
Instagram?
Yep. The beach. I think Rito has a... Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to say that. But Rito has that page, Welcome to the Beach Club.
Dob him in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's him. It's definitely the Wholesome World Boys. I know that much.
Shout out the Wholesome World Boys. Does he... This is from Cascade as well. Last one from Kes. Does he smoke darts at home or only at the track?
Fuck, I wish I'd love a dart right now.
Yeah?
Oh, man. Yeah, but nah.
Or if you go down the road to the servo, they're only about $70 for a 20-pack.
Man, they're expensive here. I'm just waiting. I'll just wait for Kes to come over. He'll bring some of his like Japanese peaches that he always has on him.
Little poppies.
They're always nice.
Next one's from Paulie from Section.
Oh, yes.
What's been your favourite driving event and why?
Ooh. I think it might have actually would have been the first ever Mad Mike Summer Bash.
Sick.
No, sorry, the second one.
Okay.
The second one was when I had the 180.
Yep.
The first one I did in the Laurel. That was cool. That was actually my first time my car had actually been on TV. It was on the news.
And it had fuel in it.
Yeah, and it had fuel in it. Yeah. But the second one was and actually I think there's a video. There's a D-Club YouTube video of it, of the event.
I used to watch your YouTube.
Yeah. And that was a really fun event. That was really cool. Cool layout. I just like what I like about the Summer Bash events is it's a different layout that you don't usually do at Hampton Downs, and like, you know,
because is that where you go?
You go
from club into
so you go up and then
track?
around that corner and then up over the double bar.
Yeah.
So if you get that right, you can sort of back it in, power on, and then
flick up
back
the hill.
up the hill.
Yeah.
And over.
Cool.
It was just cool, and it was cool to be on track with, you know, guys like Gaz Whiter and
for sure,
Fanger Dan,
drifting roadie,
and all those dudes. Yeah. You know, like that was super sick. I've never done anything else really that cool, to be honest. Like, as far as like events go, like, I maybe got.
I've only ever heard good things about them events.
Yeah, like
obviously a lot crowded these days with the big ones.
Yeah, I didn't drive at all. Like we've already talked about at Pink Style GP, and then at Animal Style I didn't drive either because my car was for Jason to drive.
Oh, okay,
We re-liveried it, and that was Jason's car to drive that weekend. So I didn't drive that weekend either.
Right.
But yeah, all of my events besides the Summer Bash events have been just like normal events.
Okay.
I mean, Matsuris have always been good.
You're living in the right place now, but I reckon you'll change your mind. Something will come up because we like do have a lot of prestigious events where it's like like you got to be accepted. It's
for
the
sure.
best cars or whatever. Yeah,
for sure. And I mean, like we have those days like the the Wholesome World boys do the Woundfest, and like Woundfest is always a good time.
Fuck yeah.
Woundfest is fun, but yeah, I think the Summer Bash when it first kicked off, and the whole Friday was just basically like just open track.
Yeah.
And there wasn't really any waiting around. Like I'd only go to do the Friday.
Okay.
I wasn't really fussed on the Saturday with the crowds and the people and people coming up going, oh, can you take me for a ride along and stuff like that?
Yeah.
That's not really for me, not really drifting. Like I just want to drive.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm the same.
Yeah.
I'll take my boys that have helped me.
Yeah.
Take the boys and like my family, if my sisters are there or whatever. Then after I've got all that, that's when if someone asks me, I'm like, yeah, bro, jump in. Whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I'm the same. Yeah. Cool.
But good question,
right.
Paulie.
This is from Smirk from Street Carnage.
Oh, yes.
Does Reuben like a Reuben sandwich?
Off.
You can swear.
Do
I
you
say
know,
fuck a lot.
There's over here, we found this, there's a sandwich place. What the fuck? I can't even remember what it's called. It's over in Tarragindi, but they do such a good Reuben sandwich.
Gang.
Yeah. Love a Reuben.
Yeah.
I actually have I have a, like a, what's the word when it's like, what do they call it? You know when you've got like a secret desire, but you don't want people to know about it?
A fetish?
No. Got one of those. Anyway, I want to, one day, when I've finished doing this,
you should turn that into a
stuff,
sticker.
I want to have I've got a dream to like have a sandwich van.
Sick.
Like a food truck called Reuben's Reuben.
Mad.
And I'm just going to have like the best Reuben sandwich.
You should do a Dclub sticker that is like the logo in a Reuben, but everyone would know it's you. Be sick.
Yeah. Because I mean, I can, like, with what I do with work, like I could build like a really cool food truck.
Yeah.
So like, I'd love to do that one day.
You'd be like the Aussie Cascade, but you're doing sandwiches.
Yeah. I mean, I's Karaage chicken is very good. I have had it.
Bro, insane.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Cascade has... I've been to Cascade's, like, his
Can you
latest...
smell barbecue right now?
Yes.
What is
I don't
going
like
on?
it. There's definitely someone smoking some meat out there.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the homeless guy out by the bridge over there. He's out there in his Ford Econo van.
He's sitting on the fire. But yeah, even I've been to Cascade's like house that he brought like just past Hampton Downs.
Yep.
And walking in there, oh my god, bro, it just smells like you're in a restaurant.
Oh yeah, she's an amazing
Insane cook.
Yeah, so good.
If you're at drift events in New Zealand and you want the best Japanese food, you got to go and see Cascade and his missus because it's fucking so good.
Really good.
Next question.
Yeah, love a Reuben. Yeah, delicious.
Peter Fam 86, which is the guys that I do the drift demos for in the 86s.
Oh, yeah.
Pete,
Yep.
He's building JZXs at the moment.
Oh, sick.
He said, what JZX mods do I need for drifting?
So, like, he's building like JZX 100? Like
yeah, so it's like all of them are like stock with coilovers. At the moment.
Okay.
Yep.
That's really, really easy. Like, you don't need to touch the motor. I'll just do like a hard pipe kit, like intake, intercooler, a decent exhaust.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really muck around with the boost too much.
Yeah.
I would make the front as hard as possible and the back as soft as possible.
Okay.
So like, I think a lot of off-the-shelf coilovers for JZXs, they're way undersprung for the front. Like minimum for a JZX, if you like, this would be my minimum setup for a JZX front end would be at least a plus 25 LCA, at least a 24 kg front spring, and a big sway bar.
Okay.
And then your knuckle, obviously, like, I mean, I've got Chops anti-pro knuckles in this thing, so they're adjustable. They're super sick.
Yep.
I'd say probably his, like, normal street style knuckle would be pretty good, or a Heyman 800, something like that.
I think...
and then back end, it's like, you kind of need to have all the arms in the back for them to adjust them out.
Right.
But, like, I drove the Mark II that I built, which is Cam's car now.
Yep. Which
Before
was
I
Willie
got
K's
that,
car.
Which was Willie K's car. When
Yep.
I got it off Willie, I took that to Taupo, big track at Taupo.
Yeah.
And that was stock under the bonnet, just intercooler exhaust. I had 265s on it. And like that thing was ripping. It was so sick. You know?
I remember when I was over and Joel was driving and Cam was driving the Mark 2-year-old Mark 2.
Yep.
It was white.
Yep.
And Joel got in that it was like Mez's Driver Classic.
Oh, the
thing.
Driver Classic. Yeah.
And watching him flick that in like it was
Yeah.
a fucking Silvia, I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
That's
that car's
sick.
Yeah, that car's sick. Yeah, these cars can do the thing. But yeah,
Sure.
I think that would be bare minimum. And obviously like clutch and a two-way diff. These things, you've got to have a two-way.
Okay.
And so, sorry, just to carry on with it a little bit more, all the arms in the back and like 8 kg rear spring max.
Oh, yeah. That's what I
Absolute
wanted in the
max.
13.
Yeah, absolute max. This has stance coilovers in it. Like
Yep.
I got these spec'd out by the guys there. And before that, in the Mark II, when I built that, I had MCA Reds.
Oh, yep.
And that
Mo
had
Coots. Yep.
that had 24 front and 6 kg rear. And this has 28k front and 8k rear. And 8k rear was suggested because Dave was like, it lands nicely within the valving that he does in the shop.
Oh, okay, right.
So I said to him, look, I'm used to having a 6k in the rear of a big car, and he's like, oh, Dave said 8, so I was like, I'm not going to argue with him.
Yep.
Like he knows how to make a shock and
Yep.
a coilover work. So look, JZX is so easy to set up. They just need certain things. Stock sway bar in the back. Do
Okay.
not touch the sway bar. Two-way diff. Get the camber out of it. Get the little bit of toe in, little bit of toe out at the front.
Chop would be listening to this going, you fucking forgot this.
Oh, probably. But they're so easy to set up. And, like,
Okay.
when they're stock, man, like, they
Yeah.
just go forever.
Yeah.
They'll just
Yeah,
go
like
forever.
it's proven in Japan, like
Yeah.
at Ebisu and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. If
They
he
just
needs
go,
me
go,
to
go,
drive
go.
one for a demo, mate, I'm more than happy to.
I think that's what he's building them for. He's got 4.
Oh, there we go.
So I could be wrong. But yeah, okay. This is from Malmo. Nathan
Oh,
Malmo.
lovely.
Hello, Malmo.
Hello, Nathan.
He's in Japan with Cascat at the moment.
Yeah, and Taryn.
Oh, Taryn's there too?
Yeah, Taryn's there too.
Sick.
Taryn's over there because his boy's living there.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So
Fuck
Taryn's gone over a bit of an extended break, I think, which is
Dang.
sick. Hell yeah.
Jealous. I'm jealous of eating
Oh, me
cheap
too,
food.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
Anyway. Why did you leave New Zealand? Home of the famous Hampton Downs Turn 1.
Yeah. Oh, look, I mean, this, it's, in all seriousness, like, I don't hate New Zealand. Always the plan with this business when I started it was to expand into Australia. So that time has kind of come. That time was actually quite a while ago, but a lot of hurdles sort of came up along the way for this to happen.
Yeah.
I'm here for business, really.
Reuben has a four-wheel drive accessories company. It's called Judge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called Judge & Co. I wouldn't just call it forward drive. What it is more than anything.
Just what I know.
Yeah. So we manufacture like fit-out systems for vehicles. So our main game is like tradies. So vans and, utes and all that kind of stuff. And then that obviously morphed a fair bit into, we do some pretty high-end builds for like Land Cruisers and Troopies and all that kind of stuff.
You're in the home of that.
Yeah, exactly. So that was always the plan with the business was to set up over here, and so
I think I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, no, I think I hope we do all right. We're only just kind of barely set up the workshop.
And like four-wheel drive wise, you don't like. I didn't know until I drove in the driveway. Fabulous Fabrication, Nathan and the boys are literally right there.
Yeah.
The Snorkel Daddies.
The snorkel
Of
daddy.
literally Australia.
Yeah.
So they're in the Noah
there.
four drives.
Yeah.
They get along really well with Reuben and Paulie does as
we've
well.
had some reciprocal trade over the last few years.
Exactly.
So, we're in a pretty good spot. But yeah, the main reason is for business.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
yeah, and the weather.
This is from Jimmy Yates,
Oh, Jimmy,
Jai World,
the tallest man in the world.
and my bold brother.
Yeah.
Just tell Reuben I miss him.
Oh, that's so lovely. Honestly, Jimmy is probably one of the nicest, most genuine dudes you would ever meet.
Yeah.
He is such a good cunt.
I talked to him like a fair bit. I invited him to come to Halfway Hangs last year, but obviously the track shit happened, so he didn't come.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Jimmy, I love Jimmy's outlook on drifting. He reminds me of myself a lot.
Yeah.
Where he'll say stuff on podcasts where I go, fuck, I think of it that way too.
Yeah, I think there's a big group of guys that have the same thought process.
Yeah.
You know
and
he's
got cool cars.
And I really felt that when I was in the States and met a lot of these guys, like I'd been talking to online for years. You know, Jimmy and you know, Tom and Josh and Seb and Hurt.
Yeah.
All these dudes. Hurt is the most legit dude I've ever met.
I
don't
fucking love Hurt.
Yeah, honestly, I had in my head like he was like some kind of superstar dude and he'd act like that.
No.
But, bro, he was such a good dude.
Could you imagine when I got invited to go to Drift Next Level in 2018?
Yeah.
When the event organisers, after Alex invited me, the event organisers Next Level said, hey, dude, we'd love you to be guest driver with Hurt. And I was like,
that's so sick.
What the fuck? Are you fucking serious? That was like, that's what started that's how I met you in New Zealand. If I didn't go to that
that's
event.
Wild. Yeah, that's
so then
so
like a couple of weeks later, Queensland Raceway, because I have a really good relationship with our home track, we're like, hey bro, do you know anybody that we could bring for guest driver? And I was like, fuck, I could call Hurt.
Yeah.
And then called Hurt, and he's like, yo, what's cracking? Because his first time overseas was the same time as me. I've never been to Poland.
Sick. Yeah, right.
And I was like, my home track will like pay for you to come out. And I was like, you can just get to hang with me. I'll get you a car sorted and stuff. He's like, can Rob come? And I was like, Parsons?
Yeah.
And he's like, I was like, dude, hell yeah. And then Brandon, Ryan Caddo's brother, was like, dude, I'll come film.
Film it. That's so
because I met him with Hurt in Poland.
Yeah.
They were filming.
Yeah.
So they came, and then we've been just good mates ever since. But he's the fucking... I was shocked at the time because I was the biggest Hurt fan.
Yeah.
I've loved his car
so
styling
legit,
for
bro.
years,
Yeah.
and fucking he's the nicest dude.
Yeah.
I
just wish he had a car that worked all the time.
Yeah.
Even at Final Bout, he was like, I feel like he was working on his Aristo GS300 more than
Gotcha.
driving. I was like, bro, what is going on with whoever's building?
No, he'll be here soon.
Homie.
He'll be here for World Time Attack soon.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's cool. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, I don't talk to Hurt. I'm not trying to flex, but I'm just saying how good of a dude he is.
Yep.
I'll text him his personal number, and he replies like within when he can straight away.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen him since last time I seen him was at Summer Nats.
Yeah. Oh,
like 2 years ago of all things.
Yeah. Okay.
Out of the crowd,
crazy.
moves everybody out the way.
Yeah.
Daps you up, give you a hug.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, we'll catch up after this. I've just got to be me for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's such a good
dude.
dude.
It's so cool. Oh, I mean, all those dudes, like all the Proceed guys, like Job and. You know, all of those
Simba,
dudes you met. Yeah, Simba and Ilya and I
Josh.
didn't meet Ilya, but yeah, Josh and Chob in particular, man, just such
They're
good
fucking
dudes,
OGs. Yeah.
And
They created what I fucking have based my whole drifting on, car styling, everything. So sure, not just them, like Hurt, Jake Rio, Alex Law, all them combined with Final Bout, hit and run, all that stuff. Yeah, it's fucking sick. I love that because I really fucking hate if I've met people that I've always wanted to meet and gone, oh, wow, you're a fucking cockhead.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
that sucks.
That's cool.
Oh, Jimmy, he's a good dude, man.
Shout out Jimmy Yates, Dry World. This is from Chop, Black Arts Factory.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have the second... Oh, wait. I think my fucking screen has died. I'm just going to check my phone's still recording.
Okay.
Chop said, how does it feel to own the second most... Yeah, we're good. We're still recording. We're still good. My screen has died. That's all right. How does it feel to have the second most hectic chaser in Australia?
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, hey. It feels good. I'm still yet to drive with him.
With him, but...
Yeah. Look, it's... I will tidy this. I'm going to tidy this. I want to refresh this car at some stage. Yeah. Either that or sell it. Okay. One or the other. I don't know.
Don't sell it.
Yeah. Look, I'm looking forward to driving with a Chop, but look...
Because, if you don't know Reuben's car and you've never seen it, it has a fucking crazy-ass gearbox in it as well. It's got a sequential.
Yeah.
And it's got nothing in it. Like, remember when I seen you last time when I was in New Zealand, this is, just getting put on the dyno. JT's about to tune it.
Right, yeah.
Goes to run it up, and the fuel line blows off it, and fuel's going everywhere.
Yeah,
but, this is, super light. It's got fiberglass rear doors.
Yeah, it's pretty light.
Yeah.
I want this thing to, it's not super powerful. You know, so I want it to feel like it is 600 horsepower when it's only 450 horsepower.
Yeah.
Oh, how much is this? I think there's 490 horsepower at the wheels.
Okay. I left before the tune was finished.
Yeah. About 490 I think it got to on about 20 PSI.
Okay.
And Chop's car's friggin' 700 horsepower or something. But I noticed Chop's running some tyres that I have not had good experience with.
Okay.
So I'm
I
interested
can't
to
talk.
see.
I've used semis once.
Yeah.
I brought Salins because they were cheap.
Yeah. Unless they're completely different to how they used to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I won't get into it. But I called them slip novas back home. That's all.
Fair enough. I'm going to get a voicemail from Chop Monday afternoon saying, slip novas. It's from Matty Hearn. This one's Everyday Engineering, so
Yes.
it is technically Matty Hearn.
Okay, yep.
Shout out Matt. Matt is actually at home right now working on my car instead of hanging out with us.
What a good
And
game.
he's
Shouldn't
sick.
he be working on his car?
Well, yeah. He hasn't announced why, but...
Yeah, I know.
We definitely...
He's going to have to rock and roll, bro.
We're going to be busy.
Yeah.
He said, from the Everyday Engineering account, any drifting plans to compete in Australia?
I'm going to do 00.
Grassroots
Yeah,
fun comps.
grassroots stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I really love the whole premise behind
Yeah.
what Steve's doing.
Yep.
I think it's sick.
He fucking hates it. I seen him yesterday.
Does
and he's
he?
like, fuck, I wish I wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
And I was like, you got to. I was
Listen,
like, you've set a standard. You've set a standard.
It's really, really hard work when you're doing that stuff if it's just you and I'm guessing as Mizzo helps them.
Yep, Ash does, yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
like you kind of need a bit of a team. Like
Fuck
that's
yeah.
why we were really lucky because we had me, we had Ash,
Yep.
we had Joel, and we had Kess and Taryn and all these guys like doing stuff and
Yep.
just helping out in the background. When you're trying to organise drifters, it is the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
But I'll do 00. I really like that idea. I mean, obviously, my focus at the moment is trying to get the business up and running, so
Yeah.
I can't dedicate too much time. It's hard as well because I've got 2 young kids.
Yep.
So
You gotta be a dad.
And being, I'd love to go and do the Rev GP thing. Like, I'd love to go that Pheasant Wood thing.
Okay.
I think that'd be so sick. But
she's a fucking
time,
big old hike from here.
time.
I think it's like 13 hours.
Look, I'm not fussed about driving there, but it's
No.
like, one, I don't own a trailer here. Like,
Fuck, you don't need to. Bro, I've been drifting for 10 years. I don't know one.
yeah,
There's
look, this-
always someone not driving.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to be that guy because I was that guy in New Zealand because I owned a trailer. And,
Okay,
could I
okay.
borrow that? I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
I
And then
like-
your trailer gets fucked.
I
and
like pride
yeah.
myself in that I like to help the boys out. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you kind of can swindle the
Yeah,
trailer.
yeah. But look, I'm really keen to have a crack at this 00 thing. I think that'll be sick.
Yeah.
I'm not really used to driving small tracks. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like you've got to
Right.
think about where we've been driving.
Yeah. Big open tracks.
So, in this thing with this gearbox, I'm in 5th gear entering it at Hampton Downs.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and then we're at Taupo, and even
never
that's
thought of it
pretty
like that.
fast.
Because
Taupo's pretty fast.
that makes sense because you watch the interview with Joel and Adam at Final Bout, and they're like, it's weird that we're in such a low gear.
Yeah. Second
Oh, that's
gear, bro.
true. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it'll be
00.
interesting. I'm excited to do 00. So we've got the practice day in a couple of 3 weeks,
Yep.
and then
I'll be
the
out
comp
there.
in September.
Go out
Yeah,
there.
no, it should be sick. Looking forward to
I'm
that.
gonna go out there and ask people what they rate their fitment
Oh,
for
okay.
a funny video.
You're gonna have that little stick with the finger pointing. Going,
You gotta have the finger poker,
stuff.
the
Yeah,
fitment
fair
poker.
enough.
Matty Hearn. He must have jumped back on his
Yeah,
personal
I see.
Instagram.
Tricky.
Number 1, what's inspired the move to Queensland from the pond, which you just touched on before?
Yep.
The second one is, what's Queensland's best trailer rental?
That's definitely Matty Hearn's trailer rental specials out in cash price out from Bean Lee.
Did
right?
you like that it has a roll cage for your trailer
I
as well?
did like the rock cage on the thing. It just wasn't quite wide enough to fit my car on it. I had to take the spaces off.
Fuck. Yeah, okay.
But
Right.
that's all right. But man, I hate being that guy. I hate
You're
asking to borrow trailers.
you're in a good place where it's the right people to be around for that.
Yeah,
Where
yep.
everyone's willing to help.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But also, I've noticed a lot of your trailers here are fucking like
Way
they're
better than
they're
what you guys
giant
have.
and heavy and massive, thick steel. Like my
Yeah.
trailer back home is like it's a tandem, but it's like it's pretty lightweight and like. You couldn't put an excavator on it, but like every trailer here is like you can put like a 3-ton fucking excavator
The
on
Australian
the thing.
standards is heaps
They're
different.
so grunty.
Like, look at
I don't know. My Hilux is going to tow one of those things.
Nah, easy.
Far
Like, I noticed that the first time I went to NZ, I was like, is that fucking plywood on the top of that trailer? And it's like,
you looking at my
not to
trailer?
shape. No, I was looking at Michael Keane. Keane
Oh,
had
yeah,
one.
yeah,
It's like just a single, like, put one wheel on one side, one on the
Yep,
other. It's not a
yep.
big flat deck. And none of the timber, like, is nice. It's
Yeah,
like,
just scammy.
yeah, just whatever works.
yeah.
And then, like, do you know Pete Bass?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Have you seen the fucking trailer he uses? A single axle car.
Does he?
It's like made for a Mini Cooper.
Yeah, that's.
But
nuts.
the JZX
Especially
81
if it's
sits
81
on it.
or the C33 on there. Good
Fuck,
grief.
it's a pisser of a trailer.
Right. Yeah, no, I need to sell my trailer in New Zealand.
Okay.
Try one, buy one here, but I've got nowhere to keep one at the moment, so maybe I'll need some storage.
That's
somewhere.
fair. That's fair. This is from Matty Soza. This is, I don't know if you've met Soza. He's the big boss man of Terror Squad.
Oh, true. Yeah,
Matty
sick.
Soza, good dude.
Those guys drive
One of my
hard,
boys.
man.
Fucking A.
Yeah,
They're the
sick.
modern day Gravy Garage.
Yeah, that's sick,
I say
dude.
this. I fucking love them boys. I've
Yeah.
partied and drove with them for a fucking long time.
That's
Because they
gangster.
never used to be full Terror Squad. It was Club Chaos was some of the other boys.
Right.
And they kind of merged
Yeah.
and made the fucking sickest team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Sick.
them guys. They're
Yeah,
fucking
hell
good
yeah.
dudes. Matty said, thoughts on the Queensland drift scene compared to NZ drift scene?
Oh, look, I don't think I've seen enough of the scene just yet.
That's fair.
I mean, I know a lot of the guys, and I know a lot of a lot of the stuff I've seen online.
Yep.
I think QR. I might be putting this out there at maybe not the best of times because I haven't driven it much, but it's gonna be really hard to do that real aggressive driving kind of stuff there. Like,
QR.
I know, I think like obviously if you can run into the dipper and into real sick,
yeah.
but you're not gonna be able to do those big like backy like
You just
on power-
haven't done the right layout yet.
Yeah,
So when
okay.
you run the middle layout,
Yeah.
is fucking awesome
okay,
for that.
okay,
Because
okay.
the morning session one that you did is like, it's pretty chill.
The Driftorama one.
Driftorama's
Yeah.
like fucking, you're not going to,
Yeah.
you're not, turn one is just like blow your tyres off, turn two is blow your tyres off.
I mean it's super sick.
So you do Driftorama, you can, we don't, we just like power through them.
Yeah.
So we'll flick into Dipper,
Yeah.
then you come out into 3, 4, and then you
Yeah.
slow down.
Yeah.
And then what everyone does is we regroup there,
Right.
and you flick left,
Yeah.
up over the hill. There's like a little hill in the middle of the track. You just can't see it. And then that next section is where everyone flicks hard.
Oh, okay.
So you kind of like...
Is that coming back into the middle and onto
Yeah,
6?
yeah. So
I'm
you
with
like
you. Yeah,
load the
okay.
car up a little bit one way, and
Yeah.
then everyone snaps to angle
Oh, yeah,
going
sick.
into
Okay. Yeah.
It just depends.
Oh, man,
on
like,
that.
yeah,
But then like
it's-
you haven't drove short track yet.
No, I haven't. No.
And you have skid pen playgrounds like that, depending on what layout they have.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
it's big flowy corners.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like trying to drive hard at like the national circuit at Taupo.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of hard, and that's why like we on Matsuri, we all went down. This is probably the only time, C's Garage had actually been to Taupo in years.
Okay.
And we all went down there, and like we were all just cruising through the middle section where everyone's like doing their main driving. And this is when you could drift the corkscrew going up at the end of the straight.
Oh, yeah.
And we're all just banging straight down full speed as
I've
we
seen
go down the straight and
videos.
flicking into the
Yep,
bottom corner.
yep.
And that was all we were driving all day. And
Sick.
everyone's like, oh, it's so weird that they're only drifting the one corner. And like, this is the sick corner. This is
Yeah.
what we like doing.
I
I don't
remember
like
seeing-
wasting tyres going through
Gotcha.
the midsection. But no, I can't say I've seen enough of it just yet. But yeah, I've seen...
You've seen
I've
stuff.
seen
online.
dudes, and I'm
Yeah.
like, look, I'd be keen to drive with anyone who is doing the same kind of stuff I'm
For
trying
sure.
to do. you
For
know?
sure. There's a lot of drifting like that, so
Yeah,
you're in luck.
Sick. That's good.
AJ Drifts has asked the same kind of question. It's a good mate of mine from the drift team, Flatline Drift.
Oh, yeah,
What are
yep.
his thoughts on NZ drift scene compared to Oz? That's kind of the same question.
Yep.
Man Salad,
Oh, yeah, okay.
who are your favourite JZX cars and drivers?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he's from California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got that
Cool.
silver chaser with like chromey TEs on it. It's really high. I don't know if you'd see it because it's a high car. But like, I think it's got like, I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it's BN.
Okay.
It's either BN or Driftline, like Origin.
Okay,
Super sick car.
I might have seen it.
Yeah. So, in no particular order, Tezuka.
For sure.
Yeah. So, like purple JZX.
Yeah.
There's in particular some clips of him in, I think it's HPI Volume 7 or 8, the DVD, and
Yeah.
they've got him on track by himself. And he's got, his 2J friggin' T78 Trust Turbo
Gang.
hang, and like, oh, it's so sick. So, Tezuka, old school Tezuka.
Yeah.
Shinji Manawa, like, hey man.
Hell yeah.
Daigo, of course.
Of course.
Takamiya, Magician.
For sure.
Like those 4 are really probably my JZX kind of like kings.
Yep, for
you
sure.
know what I mean? There's been a lot of cool cars in there, like UG Worlds, like that guy's like
Hell yeah, Yuji's the man.
UG and his buddy with the orange 90. I don't even know his name.
Brother.
They're all big, like they're all.
I met Yuji when I went to Japan.
Yeah.
His livery on his car is inspired from my car. He's a fan of
that's
me.
so cool. Wow. Yeah. That's
Super
amazing.
sick.
Yeah.
And
That's really, really cool.
Baka.
Yep.
With the Peak Performance JZX 90.
Oh,
That's
yep,
for sale
yep.
at the moment that you're talking about.
Yep.
Wow, bro.
Yeah,
what
that
a
car's so
fucking
sick.
driver.
Yeah.
We were like chilling because
wild.
Hodges is homies with him and his, I think it's his wife or girlfriend or partner or something. He was at Ebisu driving. We're
Yeah.
at Yokohama at Oi Wharf
Yeah.
with Yuji, Akagawa, them guys. And he calls Hodges and is talking, or his missus can kind of speak English. And she's like, oh, you guys are at Oi Wharf? We're on our way. Bro, no
way.
shit. 4 hours later, they've just drove from Ebisu.
No shit.
They've drifted all day, driving from Ebisu, rock up. I've got videos on my phone
That's
of it.
wild.
And just
How
fucking,
good.
literally, no warm-up lap. The
Yeah.
boys come through the lights, if you've never been, but they come around this fuck section of the lights, get the speed up and do the big fucking,
Yeah.
whatever that flick is they call it.
Yeah.
And he literally just jumps in behind them, full car load of tyres, everything, like it's
yeah,
nothing.
it's so sick.
Fucking sick.
I've just thought about something. One about earlier questions about what videos do I go back to.
Go.
There's a video that Alexi put up a few years ago of Shiba Damashi
Oh, hell
at
yeah.
Mobara.
That's what I was thinking of. That's
And
the move.
and I've just thought of another JZX king for me, and that's Nakamura from TMS, Garage TMS.
Oh, hell yeah.
In his Verossa.
Yeah.
At the beginning of that video when
I know
they're
the
coming
video.
down the track.
Yep.
And he flicks into the Mobara main turn.
Yeah.
That Verossa, that Verossa is the reason I built my Verossa. When I was trying to do the same thing with
Cool.
the fender flares
Yeah.
and all that
That
kind of
video
shit.
is fucking sick.
Oh man, and you'd never see a Verossa move like that. It just looks like it's just moving so sick.
Fucking
I'm a real I love when I look at drifting. I really love looking at the way the car's moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I love it when they're all loading up and flicking around and like wobbling and doing their thing. I love that, and that Verossa really does it for me when it
Fuck yeah.
it does that. Yeah.
Gang. Paul Harold, section again.
Oh, again?
Yeah, you got
Fuck,
excited.
You must love me or something. Dude.
When's the first D-Club Australia event happening?
Oh man. I probably
Maybe
not
we
for
could do
long
we could
time.
do a fucking Steez D-Club collab.
Oh, we can absolutely. If I'm gonna do events, I have to have someone help me to do it.
Yeah, I got
just
Steve.
can't.
We got Steve as well, Bamford. Yeah, it's not just me.
absolutely. Like, I'm open. I'm absolutely open to it. I mean, it'd be cool because we can get people here to come and drive.
Yep.
Like I know,
For sure.
I can get a bunch of people if we want to get some cool overseas drivers. As you probably can as well.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work though, man.
Oh, it's fucked. I hate it, but I
it's
love
like-
it.
it's a-
After
yeah.
I did
This is
the Steez, me and Steve did Steez, the
Yeah.
first one with the car cruise and fucking.
That was so sick.
We shouted the beers when you
Yeah.
drove back in on tracks because
Yeah.
I wanted everyone to party and we went to
man.
town with the awards. Wow, it was fucking sick, man.
So cool.
Yeah. But we're backing it up. We've got some shit in the works.
Right. Cool. Good.
Endeavour Engineering.
Oh yes.
How many cars
boy.
have you had and what's the longest one you've ever owned? Laugh, sweating face.
So Zach's a really old friend of mine.
Okay.
I've known Zach since he was about 12 years old. And a little funny story about Zach when he was about 12 years old, in fact. And I'm a little bit older than him. I was probably about, actually, he might have been a little bit older. He might have been 15. Yeah, he must have been 15 because his sister, who was my friend, was letting him drink a vodka cruiser or some shit at the time.
My man.
And he was a little bit of a drunk 15/16-year-old. And he's like, when can I join D1 Shed? This is when me and my mates. I was like, you're never joining D1 Shed. And he cried, and I made him cry. Yeah, and then my girlfriend at the time was like, you can't say that, blah, blah, blah. And his sister blew up at me. It was really funny. But anyway, look, I've owned a lot of cars. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. I would say probably... I bought my first car when I was 13, so that's over 30 years ago. So it's 30 years of buying cars. Probably 60 or 70 cars.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
You know, I've only ever
Yeah.
owned the same drift car ever.
That's wild. And that's what it still blows my mind as well, that with Joel and his 1Via.
Yeah.
That's the same car he bought 15 years
Crazy,
ago.
eh?
Wild. I don't know. And the longest I've ever owned a car was I bought My first brand new car I ever bought was a D23 Navara.
Oh, yeah.
And I drove that. I did 180,000 Ks in that car.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great car. I was thinking about
MP300?
Yeah, MP300.
Yeah,
So it was like 2017, I think I bought that.
Gotcha.
So that was probably the longest I've had that car. It was probably about 5 years. Yeah. I've had this car quite a while, actually. I was thinking about this today. And even my wife mentioned that today. She's like, you've had that car a while. And I was like, yeah, I was actually thinking about selling it.
Yeah, the time's come. So I had a warranty. Next one's from Brian Spies 22. Tell him I said it's time for a machine check.
Oh, okay.
It's been a long time. So if you...
Didn't I do one? I thought I think I filmed one. Maybe I didn't upload it.
On this car?
Yeah.
Reuben always did on the Dclub YouTube channel. He'd do machine checks with or like updates of what he was doing per car.
Yeah, it wasn't just my car though. We did it on like Adam's S14. We did it on the shop car.
Yeah.
I think we did a machine check on the shop car and maybe Joel's car. And then my cars. I think we did one on probably Joe's car.
Yep.
I thought I'd filmed a machine check. I thought I'd uploaded it, but also maybe I didn't because there was some footage I took when I'd kind of finished this, and the audio went real bad. So maybe I'd started making the video, but then never actually got it out.
Okay.
But I will, yeah. I mean,
you're in a totally different country now with new cars. You can machine check the fuck out of it.
I've got Paulie on, like, I see Paulie every day, so he's like, if I'm working on this or the S15, he's like, make sure you're filming. So, like, I've been trying to film stuff as I'm doing stuff.
Yeah, cool. This is from Unique Nwo. This is the guy...
New York.
I'm probably saying it wrong, but these are the guys. He works for an NZ company called Turbobits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they sourced my Tilbury housing.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best advice for a self-funded to get out there and do more laps.
I mean, that's such an open-ended question because I don't know what your budget is.
Yep.
You know, if it was me and I was starting afresh, I'd buy like a stock of JZX 110 because they're the cheapest ones at the moment. Like, you're probably still spending 30 grand for a manual one.
That's fair.
You know, but leave it stock.
Yeah.
Leave it stock engine, but then build it up on the side.
Yeah.
I fucking hate 350Zs, eh? I hate them so much, dude.
I drove one at Driftland the first time I went to the UK with the Low Origin boys and I had an SR in it. Oh. Fucking loved it.
Oh, that could be sick.
Fuck, it was sick.
Oh, I could imagine they handle pretty
Oh my God, it drove like my S13, but you'd close the door and go, fuck, that closed nice.
Yeah, look, I think...
But yeah, I agree.
As much as I'd, if it was me, I'd just buy 110, JZX 110, and then start from that point. But I think for a lot of other people, then maybe a 350Z is a good idea.
Yeah.
350Z or I think we're going to see it a lot come through over the next few years is the 86.
Yep.
There's a crowd down in Sydney doing turbo kits called Sydney Motorsport Engineering or something. They do these sick turbo kits. They're making I think Bo Yates I saw they did a video with him and he's built, Bo Yates is back drifting. That's so sick.
He's been doing a lot of rallycross stuff. Yeah.
So he bought a $5,000 86 from the auctions and put one of these turbo kits on it. It made 260 kilowatts at the wheels. On ethanol, and I'm like, that's the perfect car.
Yeah, and they drive awesome. The one I drive for Drift Cadet for all the drift demos for Summernats and Melbourne Motor X.
Yeah,
it's GK Tech front end.
Yeah,
it's got a grubby cage in it, so grubby fab. I'm pretty sure it's his cage. A seat, a handbrake button, and it's got a little Harrop supercharger.
Oh, no shit.
And it fucking shreds. It drives so sick. It feels like my S13.
Yeah.
It just needs... It's got a stock steering wheel, which would make it feel a bit better.
Yeah.
But they're snappy, nimble. They drive nice.
Oh, look, I'd love to build an 86 after this.
With an SR in it.
Well, no, I'd honestly, if I was going to do it, I'd probably do the GR86 and try and make some decent horsepower.
Kess is building one.
Yeah, Kess has one. I
Yeah.
think he was doing a 2J though.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
Matty Russell is too.
Is it? Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it's
is
got
too.
2J.
That's right. He's got 2J1A. Yeah.
But back to old mate's question.
Yep.
You are right with it being open-ended because even if you're talking about what helps you to go do more laps
Yep.
or to be able to afford drifting, bro, I'm just preaching what I know is I'll do the extra overtime so I have the extra money to be able to afford or save a bit harder for whatever that part may be or tyres or the reliability in the car. But yeah, it like Reuben said, it's open-ended question.
Yep. Yeah.
The last one, no, second last one, is it? Second last one. It's from Benny Wiggins.
Oh,
Benny
little
Wiggo.
Chinese friend.
Craig bitched it this week. I know he listens to this. He always sends in funny questions too.
Does he?
So fuck you, Craig.
He's got nothing funny to say about me.
Yeah.
What a grub.
Maybe.
What an absolute grub.
But because they do work together, him, Wiggo, and Wyatt, maybe
True.
this is a group
Maybe
question.
it's a group question. I'll treat it as such.
Craig, pick the game up. Drop the questions. Question for Ruby. Have you got your grubby mitts on the new up dog at OTR yet?
What? Oh my god. Like,
Oh, fuck. I wish Ben, Craig, and them boys fucking lived in Australia. They fucking cracked me up.
look, I think like I got a spot for Matsuri this year, and I think Joe said he's going to come over,
sick. Fuck yeah.
which would be cool, and I think like Dion.
Oh man, we'll do some
Northstrand is,
shed hangs down a
yeah, for sure. So I was like, man, we should just try and get a bunch of the boys to come over.
I'll have a pretty
hang out.
special car in the shed too.
Will ya? Oh, okay.
Not the S14.
Not the S14.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Another car.
Yeah, just for a visit.
Oh, a visiting car.
I'll talk about it off.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, fuck yeah, Dion,
Yeah.
Joe.
It'd be sick.
Get to bring Kess as well.
Yeah, I mean, it'd just be cool to get a bunch
Round
of
the gang up.
bros over
Matsuri's
here. It's
fun.
like, you know what else? It's like the last time we did a Matsuri in Taupo, I think like the entry fee was like fucking $700 or some shit for 2 days, right? And like the entry fee here was $450
For 3 days.
For 3 days of drifting, dude.
Yep.
I'm like, this is wild. My car's not
3
gonna last 3
days,
days.
4
I'm not gonna last 3 days.
3 days.
I'll be dead after 1 day.
And you got short tracks, playground,
Yeah.
and then they always change all the layouts up at QR.
It's so sick.
They got the drift bus. Like, sure, it's not like what it used to be, where it was just like 2 solid days of fucking hell. I've done some laps.
Yep,
it's
yep.
a lot like a spectator. It's a very spectator event.
Spectator
these days
focus,
as well.
and that's fine. I think.
fine.
And when you got 3 days, you kind of pace yourself.
Yep.
You've kind of got to pace
It's
yourself.
fucking hot too.
Yeah.
You wait.
Yeah,
It'll be
true.
the hottest drift days you've ever done.
I need to get some water sprays on this. Like,
You'd be sweet. Phoenix. You got a
and
Phoenix
shit.
radiator?
funny story.
Fucking
actually.
dog.
Yeah, funny story.
You want to use the Ty Jeff discount code? I'll
I've
sort
got
you out.
I've got the Ash. I've got the Ash Westmoreland
Oh,
discount.
yeah,
code
you
there.
got Ash, yeah.
Nah, they already told me that. Yeah, I already pissed them off because I put a Koya ad in this thing.
I had a Koya. It
Yeah.
expanded.
Really?
For Phoenix, I got sponsored by Phoenix.
Yeah.
And I've never looked back.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I generally always have like their intercooler or oil coolers going on.
Best
but
of the
yeah,
best. Phoenix radiators.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's good stuff.
Do you want to answer Ben's question?
I don't honestly. I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
Question
I know
for
what an
Ruby. Have you
up
got your
dog.
grubby mitts on the new up dog at OTR yet?
OTR. Man, I'm gonna have to fucking message him and ask him what the fuck he's talking about. OTR.
Maybe this is a
Updog. Like updog is when like people just say,
Up
you
dog.
know, do you know what updog
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
And then they're like, what's up, dog, or whatever.
maybe that's what he was going for.
Maybe. I don't know. I wish he'd be serious once in his
Fuck,
life.
he
eh?
cracks me up.
I've
Him and Craig.
never seen Ben Wiggins serious. I don't even know if he knows how to be serious
Oh,
about anything.
That's what I say to Wyatt because he
Yeah.
works with fucking them boys. Fuck, it would be a comedy session.
I
every
couldn't
day.
imagine. I couldn't. How do you work with that?
The question, like when they work away, some of the fucking stories they've told me
I
is fucking
bet.
so funny.
Yeah, I
Where they'll
bet.
eat pizza for dinner because they like the restaurant for like a week straight.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
Fuck,
yeah,
they
yeah.
crack me up.
Wild.
All right, this is the
that's
last
cool.
one.
Yep.
Missed out on the timing for the story. Please ask about his opinion on the street drifting scene in Australia. If he has an opinion on drivers that street here in Australia.
Are we
This is
doing
coming-
about hills?
This is coming from a friend of mine who street drifts a lot.
We're doing about hills, right?
I guess so, or
Yeah,
just the
okay.
street drifting scene in general in Australia.
I think here it's a little bit of a different story because it's like you're so far out of
yeah.
out of the way, like that's kind of half the reason why I got that thing.
Yep. For when you take it to Mexico,
For when I take
course.
it to Mexico.
Yep.
Like when I ship it to Japan and go to the toge there.
Yep.
Yeah, look, I think it's cool. I think like plastering it all over social media is not a good idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's cool. As long as you're not, it's not dangerous, but endangering other people.
Fair.
Look it's a tough one.
It's always
I'm
been
a law-abiding citizen, mate, and I've only just moved here.
Yeah.
You know, imagine getting deported.
Oh.
Imagine being a 402, whatever they call them, like deportee, because you got busted street drifting.
Cascade, we're going to need a container.
Oh my god, far out.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I don't do it. It's just track stuff. If as wild as I get, I do a burnout out the front of the shed.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to do that because I fucked my car. But
fair enough. I mean, when I got that thing running during the week, I did a donut out
time and a place.
the front.
That's what I believe in.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I understand what it's like here. So I mean, I'm
There's some like hardcore streeto dudes. There's
I know
streeto dudes in Sydney that are really good friends of mine, and that's what they're known for.
Yep.
And like the guys who do these, like do that, the guys who I'm talking about in Sydney, they're some of the fucking best dudes I know.
Yeah.
They're literally.
Yeah. Oh, I don't
they're
think
not like it's not. You know how like they're fucking hoons. Like you know how that shit goes down. It's just what are they called in fucking NZ? Boy races.
Boy races. Yeah.
Yeah, like fuck it. Yeah, I don't know. Yep, I agree. But yeah, that's
Time and a place.
I'm just going to check what time we're at.
I reckon it's like 1 hour 41 minutes.
So I'm always learning on the pod now. So if I have my screen plugged into the computer, I would have been fine, but it's died. 2 hours 15.
Holy hell!
We'll fucking close it out.
Yeah, man, that's like past my bedtime right now, bro.
It's 8:30.
Holy hell!
Timing.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah.
I'm probably going to have to stop in and see Matt, see if he hasn't passed out from fucking welding.
That's
on
probably
the way
a good
home.
idea. Yep.
And he might want some dinner because that's my job to keep him fed.
Keep him fed, watered. He'll do the work.
He
Good
needs a
on him.
cheeseburger too. The skinny cunt.
What a good sort.
Country football player. But yeah, thanks for coming on, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I've been wanting to do this since you moved to Australia.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And yeah, it's cool to hear your little backstory. You've been in drifting for a long time. You're known as the all-round good dude, which is cool. No one likes to fuck with.
No one likes to fuck with.
No one likes to fuck with.
Nah, bro.
But yeah, thanks for jumping on. And if everybody could jump on and like and subscribe on the Spotify.
Do that.
The Spotify rips. It's going hard.
Good. That's it.
YouTube shit, I don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm not in this for the views and clicks. I'm in here because I'm luckily enough to have so many sick friends with rad stories and
No,
motorsport.
I think Spotify for podcasts is the way to do it anyway, right?
Yeah. Actually, you'd be surprised. I've had a lot of people saying I should put it on iTunes as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, iTunes podcast.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't, fuck, how many things did I need to upload it to?
Yeah, that's true.
Because you think about
Is
this?
iTunes still a thing?
I think so.
Okay.
Because like it's a lot of work.
Of course.
I'll drive home and this will import from my phone to my computer.
Yeah.
And then I'll import it from that to the cut, like the edit thing. And then I've got to do that, upload it, make the thumbnail. Already done. I used one of Ash's photos. He said it was all good.
Oh, legend.
Shout out Ash from Hero Prints.
Yeah, thank you, Ashley.
And then I'll extract the sound out of it so I can use it on Spotify. Then I've got to make a thumbnail for that. And then I'll make a reel for Insta, tag you in that to say the podcast is up. There's a lot of work here.
There's a lot of work.
Surely I don't need to put it on iTunes
Very
as
much
well.
appreciated, mate. We all appreciate your hard work and we
For sure.
appreciate you do everything for drifting.
Thank you. I appreciate
legend.
that. Thank you, Buzz. But yeah, like and subscribe on Spotify. Do the same on YouTube. Drop a comment. Tell us something funny. That Reuben should check his oil or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just come up and tell me that at the track day. Nah, don't do that. Please.
Yeah,
Please
do
don't.
it.
Nah.
But yeah, all right. Well, thanks for coming on.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
You're the man.
Peace.
Cheers.
Thanks, everyone. Oh, my butt. My butt. I haven't sat that long in ages.